Hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream here on the Hermitcraft server. Today we're supposed to be doing a world tour. I see Joe is here. Joe is in a group. Jevon has joined. I'm sure more Hermits be popping on soon. We did this earlier in the season, and it was a great success. It was a lot of fun. And here we are doing it again, deeper into the season now. Joe is setting up. I am also setting up. I am realizing that my voice is still knackered from the stream that we did earlier in the day. I was also wondering what it was I was doing last time I was on the server, and I think it was setting up some stuff for Scar. I don't think these are spoilers. I think y'all have seen these. I haven't played Minecraft for over 2 weeks. And it feels a little funky to be back and immerse myself in a 3D game again. But I'll get used to it pretty quickly. Yo, Decan Heaven! Bananas in chat, here we go again. Yes, Discree, hello again. I streamed earlier, just a few hours ago, right? Digital Chaos says welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Average AA batteries, hope your voice gets better, X. It won't, it'll only get more worn out the more talking I do. Yeah, but hey, I got a nice cup of hot tea to get me through. Are we being spoilt with a second extreme of the day? I haven't caught up on the first one yet, says Aprover. You are indeed, and it's being published on the Xisuma Says channel. In fact, it is published. It's live if you want to go see me talk about Japan for almost 3 hours. Yo, Aprover, thank you for 70 months, my dude. Much appreciated, much appreciated. So yeah, excuse me, burps. I've just eaten. I literally streamed, went and cooked and ate, and now I'm here. It's just the three of us. I assumed more Hermits were coming. I want to get rid of some of this junk. Like, I can eat this stuff. I'm gonna slowly eat this stuff because they're golden carrots, right? Now I look like I'm really ready for a world tour. I got some serious ice cream to eat here. Is this similar to Grian's world tour? Says Maury. This is like not a one-on-one tour. This is what we did earlier in the season. A bunch of us jumped on in a live stream and just went like around the server one by one. It's pretty cool. It was a big event, I guess you could say. God, I'm gonna have to keep clearing my throat. It's been, I think, a little worn out by the stream earlier, actually. I feel like the ice cream would melt before you would eat it all. Yeah. Yeah, it would. Dante Redeye, thank you for 65 months. We also got Smoky Phoenix here for 11. Doesn't seem like 11 months have gone by. Time flies, doesn't it just? Doesn't it just? Can anyone tell us when the last Hermitcraft tour was? I could go open up a browser and look for it. Let's go have a look. Whenever I go to my second channel, it's usually like the recommended video on that page is the world tour one. It is 11 months ago, so almost a year since that world tour. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Assuming your voice hearing like old man. Great, thanks. April says Japan is amazing. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts later. I divulged a lot of them. We did almost 3 hours of talking about Japan. You sort of wish there was an ice where it waits for you to finish before it totally melts. Yeah, I mean, if someone could invent, like, melt-proof ice cream, or, like, ice cream that only melts when you want it to. Jeez, what are we talking about here? X was in Japan for the last 2 weeks. The VOD travel report is available on Xisuma says Gally. The travel report. Oh, it was a travel report. Yo, Joe's asking about a voice call? Let's have a look. Why, hello there. Oh my god.
X?
Joe.
Whoa, that is a crazy ice cream.
That skin of yours.
Oh, is it bothering you?
No, it so looks like you. Oh.
That ice cream looks delicious.
I mean, I can switch back to jump it mode. So yeah, I've got that skin switching thing set up now.
Yeah? Let's see it in action.
This is human flesh-bound Joe. Right?
Nice. Very
and so
you.
the idea is. Hey Jeff, we are at the big world spawn map.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've got this skin because I've decided to delegate to the Juppet and the Beetlejuice building out some of the museum exhibits. So they're gonna be running around the museum as Professor Curator Beetlejuice here. And,
I see.
As the Space Captain Curator Juppet.
Are you doing the skin switching right now?
I am. Is it not showing up
No,
on your end?
unfortunately not.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
That is.
Yeah. Well, then everything I've been saying makes way less sense
Yeah.
for your chat. I'm sorry. I've been actively swapping. But yeah, I figured since you were one of the people that had helped get that set up, that you would have the mod installed. But maybe.
I thought I did have it installed.
Hey Jeff, can you see it when I switch skins?
Yeah, I've got it installed.
No, I don't have it installed though.
Okay, yeah, I'm just switching through all. I've got 3 of them set up. I've got 3 different hotkeys, but it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work, unfortunately.
Ah, no worries, no worries. So yeah, Jeff,
By the way, Joe, you have you're setting up your text on the screen still.
Yeah, I'll take that down. No.
Chat, I hear your messages. I'm just trying to fix it.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. I got that taken down. And thank you guys for being here to kick off this stream. I'm going to be going for 3 hours, so as many hermits as want to can pop in when they can. Jeff, I know you said you might only have an hour.
Yeah, I've got about an hour and a half to hang. I'm not going to stream, though. Just would rather have people at your stream. You're the main host, so we'll do it like that.
Well, you're very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
know,
figure...
I'm so humble.
You actually kind of are. I would... If we had to rank the hermits based on humility, I would say...
I'm winning that 1,000%.
I am one of the least humble hermits. Whether I deserve it or not, I think so highly of myself. Yeah.
Yo, Tiny Glaze, thank you for 70 months, my dude.
If there was like
Thanks so much.
Statistic for giving gifts to other hermits, I'm on top by at least 15 hermits stacked on top of me.
Yeah, because you did everybody for Christmas.
So
yeah.
Listen up, hermits.
That is
Start giving more gifts.
That is an interesting visual.
I know.
Like
it is.
15 stacked hermits.
Mm-hmm.
If you prefer 3 hermits in a trench coat, but then like 5 trench coats.
Yeah, it's easier to think of us as 5 trench coat monsters. Yeah, that's
Yes, exactly.
yeah. Well,
so what's the plan for today, bud?
Basically, you know, we talked at the beginning of the season about trying to go around
Yo, Chapter
every
Corey,
3 to 4 months and visit
thank you
each
to
other's
58
bases.
months.
This gives us both an excuse
Snow
to kind
Chris
of
giving
clean
some
up a little
subs.
bit before company
Thanks so much, my
visits,
dude.
but also to like make sure that we realize what each other
I'm
are
trying to
working
listen
on.
to Joe and talk to y'all.
So I figure I'm going to be here the whole time.
Yo, Marley, thanks for 6 months.
And I'm not sure, Xisuma, what your schedule looks like.
I was talking to my chat and trying to listen.
Okay.
I was like,
okay, you're streaming, so probably you're here for the whole time too. Basically, the people who pop in and are like, I only have 45 minutes, we're gonna prioritize visiting their stuff first as they go. So Jev,
You guys are just boosting my ego at this point.
yeah, Jev, you are the focus of attention. I've got my zoom key, zoomed right in on your face. Yeah.
I'm finishing one very quick email, and then I will be good to go. So
Awesome.
we're doing the types.
No, I get how that is. I do my... Now, of course it's raining. Is there a bed over here, Xisuma?
Somebody.
Oh,
There-
it's
now there's a bed
miserable,
over here.
Lorraine. It's miserable
It
wherever
never
you go.
stops, ever. It's
They've
kind of-
never finished the bug. They've reported it as fixed many times, and it never is.
They're fibbers. They're lying.
Mm-hmm. So, Jev, yeah, why don't you, once you're done with your email,
Yep.
you can show us your place. In the meantime, I have a quick question for Xisuma. Xisuma, do you mind coming down here while Jev finishes his email?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, because Hermit Homedale is like directly north of this bit, and you've told me not to rip out this wall and extend the map, would it be suitable for me to like go to where this map is on the server and like write down like an arrow like fly this way to Hermit Homedale or something?
Dude, you should totally do that. That's a great idea.
Okay, because I didn't want it to seem like I was competing with your Hermitcraft Season 10 logo.
Maybe you should compete with it. Maybe your sign should like cover mine up, you know, and then I'll come and build one that covers yours up.
All right, go fly north from here. It's the best part of, and then I'll leave Hermitcraft Season 10.
That is the way to do it. That is the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. Because, yeah, these maps are 1-to-1 scale, right? Like 1 pixel is 1 meter?
Yeah, I think one pixel is 1 block. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because I started doing a map at the land claim office of Hermit Homedale, and it's 13 by 13. It's 13 maps by 13 maps, which
That's
is...
nuts.
Yeah, it's 1.6 kilometers by 1.6 kilometers for the
Wow.
full area. And so I realized if I did punch through this wall here, it would go all the way basically to this back corner. It is...
Yeah, we ain't got room for
that.
that.
No, that's not gonna fit in here unless... Wait, is something wrong with your downstairs?
Someone has broken these blocks. This is not allowed. This
What is
area
supposed to...
is restricted.
supposed to be sealed off?
Oh, it is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
It's
These
sealed off
were
for the
gone
rest
when I
of the
got here.
season.
What's supposed-
Joe's like, I didn't do it.
Watch out,
They
Joe.
were
But
gone.
what is down here? Oh, this is the lodestone compass thing?
Yeah, it's an area where I don't want people misclicking and blowing stuff up.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna.
Oh,
That area is restricted until the season is over.
we should have brought silly signs, or we should have brought signs so we could add those to things as we visit. But yeah,
Yo,
this whole area is looking
Logexian,
pretty cool.
thank you so much for
Wither
6
kills,
months, my dude.
Bundles crafted.
It's all appreciated. Thank you, people.
Distance by boat. Sheep sheared.
It's getting close. I've just slowly been chipping away at it, but I will get there.
Is there a statistic in Minecraft for how many times you've bashed your face into things while flying?
That will be a cool one.
Because I would win. Again, very humble pie.
I wonder if you can track a death by the type of death. Because then there's a death message for it. Then it might be possible.
Yeah, I actually
right.
did.
I am good to go. Thank you for waiting.
Okay. Jev, yeah, so why don't you come down here on the map and show us, you know, because we got a lot of viewers who might not be familiar with what you've been working on, where you've been working on it. Where are we going to head to see what you've been up to
so
lately?
I live next to Xisuma,
Hi.
aka Beacon Man.
Mhm.
That's what I've dubbed him. He is the beacon guy. But I'll be honest with you, he installed some genius redstone, which we'll show you when we get over there. So, we're right here, and then the castle. This needs to be updated. The castle's not on there.
I was actually going to suggest, Xisuma, how do you feel about the idea that before we go somewhere, like visit Jevon's area, for example, we take the maps for it, then we update them while we're over there, and then we bring them back here before we regroup and head to the next place?
That sounds like a great idea. We should totally do it because these haven't been updated for a long time.
So, Jev, I'm going to
Wait a
grab
minute.
these since you're...
Ren updated his bit here, I think.
It looks like, yeah, Ren looks like he's
Yeah.
updating his actively.
And then over here, oh look, so Cub has done his probably a couple of times, and then
Tango's just missing a lot.
yeah, Pearl's base is like cut off here from like
So
the
yeah,
map Cub
definitely.
did.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So actually, or Joe, you probably want to do that one.
I was going to say, these
then
maps are going
that
into
one,
the item
and
hopper,
then-
Xisuma.
That one.
Oh, they're gone
Yeah, I
forever
haven't-
then.
I haven't been able to pick
Sorry.
any of
Wait,
them
are
up.
you
Yeah,
serious?
Yeah,
where
that's it.
does this go?
What kind of
It
broken
goes
design is
into the
this?
restricted
It goes
area.
into the room you just sealed off.
Yeah, we can't go in there,
Okay,
Jevin.
don't
No,
worry.
Jevin. Oh, he broke the blocks.
I found them. They're in the
Now I've gotta
box down
place
here,
them
so
again.
come down here.
Oh, that's
I
probably
cannot
why it was
see
broken
what
on the other
If
side,
you don't
actually.
see anything, I'll blow your face up.
I
I'll do
cannot
it,
see
I'm
where
crazy.
these ended up.
They're just in the boxes up here.
Okay, I found one map.
There should be 3 in this one right here.
I need to turn my brightness up or something. I cannot
Got 'em.
see what it's maxed
Got
out.
'em.
Okay, as long as somebody's got them.
Here, look.
Joe, if you couldn't see
Maps.
those maps in that box, dude, you need
No,
better glasses.
I couldn't see the boxes to click on the boxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Guys,
once I
don't know what
open the
you're doing down there,
inventory,
but
I
you're
can.
not allowed in there.
Yeah, that is a restricted area, man.
This is literally a restricted area. What are you guys doing?
There we go.
All right,
I can rest
Okay.
easy again.
let's. We can probably just walk over there. It's pretty close.
Yeah, let's do
We
that.
don't do enough
Uh,
walking on this server. We need to get our step count up, you know?
Oh,
this
yeah.
Way? This way. No, other way. All right. Well, I always get this confused. This way.
It's a little too symmetrical, isn't it?
A little bit. Still pretty area. All right. Joe, you're lagging something fierce, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Is
Oh,
your
you know, it's
render
because I'm.
distance too far?
Well, my render distance is infinite, but yeah. No, the problem is every time I get close to Joel's city, it just kills my frame
Oh,
rate.
I see.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This way, friends. We should probably start at the waterfall, I think. So.
Hey, looks like we got some Skiz Raiders in.
Oh,
Welcome,
Skiz,
Skiz
thanks for
Raiders.
the raid, dog.
Yeah, we are touring the Hermitcraft server. Right now, we're doing that bit on foot. I've let all the Hermits know this world tour, we're going to have a 3-hour window today and a 3-hour window tomorrow, and they can drop in and drop out whenever they want.
Yeah.
So people are saying happy birthday, Skiz. Is it Skiz's birthday? He might be too busy to pop in later. I
Yo,
don't
happy
know.
birthday,
Happy
dude.
birthday, buddy.
But yeah, happy birthday, Skiz. Thanks for the raid, man.
Just a reminder not to look at X's base while we're touring my base. Just a
Oh, yeah,
friendly
I can
reminder.
look right
Friendly
down at the
reminder.
ground. It's not.
The
it's
ground
just-
is my base.
Oh,
You're
God.
walking on my
You're
base.
breaking the rules. So
straight in the sky.
uh,
Zoom in.
no, it's
I
fine.
don't own the
So-
sky. There you go.
to get started with this base, me and X are basing next to each other, so we have some blended territories, which turn out really nice.
Yeah, there's good
Um,
synergy here.
The whole premise of my base is when you are in there, inside the forest, you feel like you're not on the server anymore. You're just in this completely separate area. I've specifically chosen all of the foliage, every single plant, flower, piece of grass, everything that you see inside of here.
Yo, yo.
was 100%
Say
hand placed
Jipper.
by me.
Thanks for
So
the prime, my
it
dude.
was quite the labor.
Appreciate
of
it.
love,
Thank you.
And I'm pretty much finally done with it. I recently hired Cleo to do the armor stand work in here because mine's not very
Ooh.
good. But so
So what are these guys? Are these? Do these?
They're just people walking around. I'm not, like I said, I did these and I'm not very good at it, but
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the green was like
yeah.
a military uniform or if there's a
So,
story or something.
Before we updated and we had the tree foliage falling down,
Mm-hmm.
we had a lot of spore blossoms to give the different like effects. But now that we have the foliage, it's way better. So we've got, you know, mixtures of leaves, some dead leaves, like branches and the trees, things like that. So essentially, the idea here is whenever you look anywhere, you're seeing a few different features, whether it's like the hanging roots or you know, spore blossoms or whatever. So like whenever you're like spying anything, the entire point is to have an eye full.
Yo, but potato, 53 months. Thanks so
Very
much,
cool.
my dude.
Yeah, it's
Thank you,
it's
thank you.
very botanically diverse
Yeah.
in terms of like you got the glow berries mixed in with the roots and everything.
So as
Very
we
cool.
walk this way, we have tree stump mailbox that I have broken numerous times and fixed, by the way. Very proud of that. Very proud of that. So,
I have
Wow,
a
you have a
question.
lot of mail. You have so much mail.
some of that
Oh.
from when I bought or when I built the pumpkin over in Impulse's base, and he sent it back to me. And it's
Well, you also have
guts, like-
a Frogger Championship pumpkin. It looks like for trophy.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
What is Frog Champ S1 × 1?
I want season 1. I'll show you guys that trophy in a little bit.
Okay.
So apart from the starter base, which is up here, we can go through that in a minute if you like. But the first thing that I ever built here was this pond. And then this is midnight. Say hello to midnight.
Howdy, midnight. Meow, meow, meow,
So,
meow.
Exactly.
Aw.
Exactly. So,
Kitty cat.
when I was building this place, the first thing that I did was just kind of sketch the pathways out, and then I kind of like dictated the areas with colors of wool to understand how I wanted to have it laid out, and that type of stuff like helped so much. So let's go
And
this way.
did you do that in survival mode?
Yeah, on a
Like
shrine.
on the server?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I personally like it's. I appreciate the convenience of creative mode, but I'd rather
Yeah.
just noodle around on the server, like
Some
so
stuff
that way
is-
my progress
yeah.
is like here where people can see it and give
Yeah.
feedback, and I can
So-
see how it interacts with other
Yeah.
people's stuff.
During the holiday months, especially things like October and Christmas, I have sounds around, like spooky sounds and wind blowing and things like that, to make it a little bit more interactive. I've got them placed throughout the forest as well.
Are they still active?
Not right now. No, there wasn't. I mean, like we have the firefly bushes, and then we have like frogs and stuff that we can use to make pretty organic noises.
Mm.
So if we come over here, there is a piece of snow in the wintertime still. We're gonna leave
Oh.
that there.
One little bit remains.
Yeah. So this is like one of the first sort of external features that I built, just a little grotto. So
Very cool.
not too much there, but all right, back up to the trail. I think we should probably hit the blacksmith now, which was this first. This was like
I was
I
eyeing it
saw-
up a second ago. It looks so good. So good in here.
I feel like the challenge with any base, right? It's not building the first base or the first house. It's building the second one, because you got that first one done and you're like feeling good about it, and then you're like, I gotta do that again, and it's really tough. So, anyways, walk through. Fun fact: I lost a pickaxe in here for about 2 months because I accidentally clicked it on the armor stand above us right here and didn't see it. That was fun. That was
wow.
fun.
So it
The
was just
challenge
like
with
it was
any
just like out of
space-
sight, being held
Yeah,
by an
yeah,
invisible armor
yeah.
stand. Typical.
So, trying to do interior spaces, which I absolutely love doing, probably more than the exteriors myself, are there's like trying to find that balance of like shapes and eye lines within any small space, and this one was quite a challenge because the footprint of this area is really small. So, outdoor blacksmith looks pretty good. I like it. The chimney was done by BWO on a random night on the server. He built it. So
Ah.
that's why that's there.
The whole thing, top to bottom.
From the roof up. I built
I see. I see.
Because we were talking, like a bunch of us were over here. So, starter base with any part of Hermitcraft servers, like the most well done bases we do, because like we got like that 2-month period before the server starts, and you just build and build and build. And so this was my starter base. I absolutely love this thing. It is one of my absolute favorite builds that I've ever done. In terms of singular builds, Hub and Scar blew it up.
Of course.
They blew it up.
Yeah, they put a creeper in my base.
Oh.
That's where the
How rude.
Scar smiley face came from, because I pranked them back.
Ah.
This is book storage. I don't really come up here
Yo,
very
the
often.
can I have and thank you so much for gifting subs. Oh, sorry, I wasn't muted.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
It's
Thank
okay,
you.
X. This is a stream.
So,
This isn't a
yeah.
video.
Downstairs we go, fellas.
I missed the mute button.
No, it's all good. A little bit of just a little bit of a living room area. Most of what I
Yo,
do
also
is
G
what I
Stab, thank you
want
so
to
much
do
for
right
110
here.
months.
This is where I've
Appreciate
been
it. Thank you
camping
so
out
much.
most of the time.
Yeah, see, the funny thing is when you're building a house like this, it's so easy to say, and this looks like a living room, but then do you actually live in it?
No,
Do you
no,
actually do
never.
any stuff on camera in that living room ever? Or is it, and here's my basement with all the chests that I spent all my actual time in?
So when I very first chose this area to build in, I was like, I really want to utilize this sort of lake over here, this like little pond type thing. So I intentionally built right here for this, knowing that I was going to put a basement in and use this area as that. So one of the little bit of extensions we added on over here was just a bit of block storage, because you get so much after the season starts. And so most of this stuff is either full or I've moved
Let me
it
know, chat, if you
upstairs,
can hear him
so-
better now. I remembered where I had to go
Um,
to change that properly.
I like
So
it.
let me
I
know.
love this area a lot.
Yeah, I really like the little fire pit back here. It's
That's
like,
actually a trash can too.
Oh.
That's clever.
So
The point about the living room, I think, was quite interesting. Like, you wanna emulate real world stuff for storytelling in a base and whatnot, but it doesn't quite translate to playing the game. Like, do you use your blacksmith for making tools? Like, you can craft something anywhere, right?
That building like 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And so, like,
showpiece.
yeah, I'm trying to like start thinking about like next season. You know, I'm probably gonna want to do stuff where I'm designing any spaces, not just as, hey, this is a house, but this is a film set that looks like a house. Like, how can I set up the layout of the furniture and where the doors and windows are so that I can do cool shots in this space that intentionally end up in my videos, right? You know, it's not just like, oh, I want this to look cool when I show it in one episode, but like, how can I reuse this space as a set?
Exactly. So, all right, let's move on upstairs.
I do love your use of this outdoor space here. Porches and stuff are one of my favorite things.
This area is probably my favorite of the forest. Just, you know, you can go this way to get over to the tree stump mailbox in the pond. Just kind of a little backdoor area. You can see inside the house from here. But my favorite feature, and I'm not really sure why this is, I love these signs so much, and one of them is messed up. Who's been here messing stuff up? Not
Oh,
cool,
wait,
guys.
yeah.
Not
Look,
cool.
that one there. That's
Not
weird
cool. I'll
because
fix it, don't worry.
but how does it get attached like that? Maybe someone opened
don't
and closed
know.
the trapdoor and it changed it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that might
So-
reset it.
Dude,
then we
also
have,
a tiny little oddity every now and then is like maybe a good thing.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's not a bad idea. And here's our little apiary, I suppose. Anytime anybody builds anything on this server, it's kind of linear, and I was like, I'm trying to avoid that, so I just made a pathway. I put a bunch of beehives in here. It's like, make it as odd as possible. Inefficiency is best. So down through here, another little POI fun fact about this area right here. During October, we had a witch cauldron here, and I blew this place up with a respawn anchor, and it was like a gigantic crater in the ground, and I had to fix everything.
Oh boy.
It was fun.
I had an incident
Not
with
really,
an anchor
but-
and it scarred me. It scarred me deeply.
Yep. So just, you know, more of the foliage. And so whenever I build in the forest, I actually have a pretty solid routine that I do. I typically start with the moss and the grass. And then I'll add each flower individually until I've built like everything that you see.
Night Elf, thank you for the
and
prime.
doing that has, like,
I saw
really
your
helped
message
me
in chat.
keep everything like a way that I like really like it. So
I missed your
doing
noise in
this
the
way.
ear. Apologies for
So
that.
I'm guessing you just kind of give yourself a palette where you say, hey, here are the 3 colors of flowers I'm going to use in this part of the forest.
Yeah.
And then, like,
No.
anytime you look around and like, this part's a little bit too white. Let me throw in a blue one here, that sort of
Yep,
thing. Just vibe feeling it.
Yeah. So exactly. It was more like I had mentioned, if I'm turning my head and looking, I'm trying to see all of those colors at once. So just makes it really consistent. But now the one thing in this forest that I just like the most is this portion right here. As I mentioned, when you're in the forest, I want you to feel like you're in the forest. And when you're looking out towards the museum, it's just wide open. I was considering maybe putting some trees in there. So
I gotta say, before you said that, I was literally standing back here and like noticing how like immersed I was. You know, the canopy coming down is a really nice touch. Like you're locked into this space. But then I was actually kind of appreciating how you can see little pockets of something else. Yeah, I think it's nice to have a spot where it like pops out. So this right
Maybe
here is really
maybe
cool.
it's a
You
good
can
idea,
see Ren's base, you can see the art gallery. Then it feels like maybe it just needs to close off a little bit again, you know?
Yeah, maybe just like bring some of the leaves down or something, like drip them over a little bit more, kind of close it off just a tiny bit.
It is nice to have that little break open up and see the sky as well.
Yeah, this reminds me of on a hiking trail where you have like an overlook where you go off the path a little bit and then you get to see out over a valley. Like the fact that you have the steep elevation
Cowboy
change
up!
here
Thank you
really
so much for the
contributes to
cheers
that.
and the
So,
biddies.
yeah, this is a great
Appreciate the
Corrales
support,
has
my
been
dude.
trying to
Appreciate it.
convince me for months to build my forest over onto the other portion of the land. But to be honest with you, I don't want to build any more trees.
Oh wow, yeah, I
it's
don't
so
blame
bad. One of the things that I was really dead set on and having in this area was some sort of water feature. So this was like one of the first things we built in terms of like water and POIs within the place. And I stole the cattails from Xisuma's area over there.
I stole them from False.
Good
False told
job,
me she
False.
stole them from you. I don't know what's going on.
That's amazing. So again, just, you know, like how I did the palette for this area, I developed the same palette for underneath the water throughout, and then things on top like lily pads and stuff. And if you look straight ahead right above Joe's head, you'll see the first sort of fountain feature, which is an axolotl.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Now
see
that you
it
say that,
now.
it's
Oh
a
my
stone
God.
So it's
axolotl.
like it's feeding
That's-
into it. Yeah.
That's actually it's subtle at first, but then once you see it, it's like obvious.
Can't see it anymore.
Yeah, can't
All
not
right.
see it.
Yeah, exactly. So coming this way, we have a natural covered bridge here. I love this thing. I didn't want like a full bridge. I thought this was more appropriate. So and then into this is sort of a farmer's area, because if you come this way, then you've got like the chickens in there, and trying to do interiors on a 20 block square space is insanely hard. So we had to kind of keep it a little simple in here, but it works, I think. Then we kind of got like the pen where the animals are just kind of chilling.
The texturing on the ground for this pen is great. This is
Yeah. It was initially supposed to be a pig pen, which is what the colors were for in the first place. So
very cool.
Joe doing my job for me. All right, we should probably go back behind here now, because again, everything that I've done here, I've put a lot of thought into literally all of this, and so even back here, I'm like putting my full effort forward. And I've like even done the edges of the forest, so if you like come down, it's got very specific block palette down here, like we use a little bit of different colors and just kind of fade the color out some. So but
Yeah, it really, as I look across the water, I see you got a little bit of glow like in there, and there's some
yeah
grass. But then once you cross that stream, there's just a really kind of beautiful transition that draws the eye up toward the canopy.
yeah so I've also spent an enormous amount of time trying to make sure that the light level within the forest is not too bright.
Oh.
So like we've added, I'm trying to keep it around 8 to 10 at all times. I don't want it too bright, so there is some dimness, but we don't have mobs spawning ever. So
So that's
I
like
think there
glow
should be a-
lichen and the occasional
Yeah.
glowstone maybe under a carpet,
yeah.
or is
There
I
it?
should-
like the lanterns
No,
though,
no,
too.
no.
Like the lanterns hanging from the trees up in the canopy. are
There
kinda
should be
cool.
a frog sound
Yeah,
here
the
somewhere.
lanterns are like 15, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're
So,
high
like,
enough up
yeah.
that they're not blowing
it's
out
more
the
of
ground.
an aesthetic piece.
So I see you
Alright.
got candles. It's not glowstone under carpets.
No.
Right.
So this is dedicated to the frog, which is Sir Frogington. And then we've got
Oh, I
the
see it
season
now. Oh my
1
God.
frog trophy. This is the 1,000 score that I got from 918 or 936 or whatever. But
Dude, the seeing the frog here and like with the axolotl, it makes the ponds just feel a little more intentional. This
Yes,
might
yes,
be
exactly.
because I've just spent the last couple of weeks visiting heavily curated ponds with rocks around them, but like that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that curated garden now. It's awesome.
yeah. So if we come back this way and go back over the bridge, we'll go into the market area. So this is the place where I want Cleo to do the most work. We've got a few market stalls, and I've redone these market stalls probably 3 times to get the location, the sizing right. I'm really happy with the way that they look now. We've got some overhead hanging banners just to kind of give it like that really markety feel. Central tree lines, and then we got some, some resting spots over here. Things like that, like a little bit of canopies, and so I wasn't really sure what to do there, but now,
This
and
is
if you
very
wanted,
cool.
yeah, if you wanted to go to the Nether, you just come up here, and this is what I was talking about when I told X that he made that the thing. I have a texture pack on that hides beacon beams, so we're gonna turn that off real fast. Give me a sec here. So if you hit the button and give it a few seconds, the Xisuma's beacons will turn on. So very cool, right? It's like the best thing ever. Turn
so
that
you
off.
can turn Xisuma's beacons off.
Yes, I just hit the button again and it'll turn them off. So I'm assuming it's just extended redstone, like blocking the piston beam.
Yeah, that's what happens at the beacons. They block all that to stop them.
So I spent
That was
a lot
considerate of you.
Well, that and I complained nonstop. So, I spent a lot of time trying to make this rock formation look natural, and
then I went and slapped that right in the middle of it.
No. I'm not really happy with it, but you know what? Like at this point, it's been here for so long.
It looks good.
Really
it looks
too
good.
Fussed about it, but
I think
so
it works.
let's head over to the sort of newer areas of the forest. So if we turn this way, this is our fishing hut. I had to move this thing 1 block over to match the exterior wall that I just built. Again, just trying to incorporate everything into the forest. I need to add some ladders here to get on top of the wall still, but come back out this way, goes down to a dock. Now there were a bunch of fish in here, but you know, fish are kind of idiots, and I don't think there's like 1 left over there. So, and there's supposed to be a shop here. I might put a villager in there soon just to kind of liven things up. So
yeah, I definitely think putting a few more villagers around the place would go a long way. Like the beginning, we saw quite a few of them, and then they kind of
I'm just
peter
not
out.
very good at armor stands, and the ones that you saw took me like 2 hours to do. So
well, I was
like, Cleo, please help me.
Well, I know Cleo feels overwhelmed sometimes with so many requests for armor stands. If you would want like other people helping too, it might be more fun for Cleo if you were like, hey, I'm gonna have an armor stand build at the market afternoon one Saturday, and invite a bunch of us over to all pick a market stall and put in a couple armor stands, and Cleo can give us pointers so they don't look as bad, as they would otherwise.
So this is the very latest edition. I built this probably 2 episodes ago. This is the transition out of the forest up into the castle area. So we've removed a couple trees. So if you notice right here, like this area and this area have full foliage. And then if you go forward, you lose a few flowers, and you have, just grass and the lilacs, because they're my favorites. And then we did another covered pathway, like earth pathway, and then we got a bunch of tropical fish. And I really wanted to incorporate X's logland over here. So if you have free cam, you can free cam into it, and what you see outside of the wall is X's one of his like little pondy areas right there. So kind of incorporated my base into that a little bit.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah. So and then we've got sort of, this is the latest thing, sort of like the transition out of the forest. We have a bunch of foliage. So 2 more things I want to quickly show you. We got to find a way to get out of here really fast. So let's just break through the wall for a moment.
This is a nice sight line, by the way. This path with the lanterns on it is great.
Yeah, that was so I just built this exterior wall. And so I went through, did the dirt and everything on the ground first underneath of it.
Yo, Osaka, 78
added all the detail
for 73 months.
We initially had in-cap
Thanks so much for your continued support, my dude. Really appreciate it.
So we just continued the 4x4, 3x3 designs all the way through. So looks pretty good though. I'm really happy with how it turned out. But
yeah, this is a very I want to say ornate wall, but it's not actually that ornate. It's just well detailed. It's the right amount of detail. Which
it's the hardest build here by far is that stupid wall.
I believe that because you have to have something that can follow the terrain.
Yeah.
So it has to be kind of modular, have some elevation shifts to it. But I've really struggled with trying to do compact builds like this that feel right. Like this is really good stuff, Jove.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, back to, and we'll go take a quick look at the castle that I have done. So pathway, we just finished the pathway last stream. which was quite hard to do.
It's a really nice path.
The elevation change makes it pretty hard to make it a smooth walk. But so again, if you have free cam, I would suggest using it here. I've got 80% of the castle built. I still need to do probably 4 to 5 more buildings. And then once the buildings are done, I'm going to start detailing in the interior. Once the interior is done, I'm going to do the exterior. So I've always done the exterior first, and then sometimes the interior suffers because of it. So, but I can give you a quick walkthrough of the plans.
Adam
for it. So
Idol,
let's go into
thank you
the
for 12
entrance
months.
here
Oh
first.
yeah.
I'm
So
really excited to
thank you so
see
much, my dude.
Yeah, so
Welcome to the stream.
The way that this is going to work is there's going to be windows, throughout. And then the reason why I broke this out was because if you've ever played Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, when the game very first starts and Link is at the castle, he sees the king, the royal court through the window. And I wanted that. So if you come quickly over this way, there's an opening here. This is going to be like the king's tower that comes out this way. And then this is going to be sort of the king's courtyard. So this is all going to be terraformed. So when you are coming into the castle, you'll be able to possibly see the king coming through. So
That's very cool.
yeah, no, the layout and the planning for this took like 6 hours on stream one day, but I'm very happy. We just did the entire layout all at once. So this is my storage room. Really like doing interior builds, guys. Really like doing interior builds. So we have main central storage up here with our guy Sal, the main man, the Sal himself.
Mm-hmm.
So only the best for Sal, of course. Deep Slate Emerald, of course. So
Dude, that is a rare block.
Yeah. So we initially had this sunk into the ground, and the room just felt like it was lacking and empty, right? So we changed that up, built the platform, and so now you can go back and forth between sides to get deeper storage. And I have spent a lot of time naming every single one of these blocks, and because I'm a psychopath. And if you hover over it, you'll see the names, and you have to space it right to make it centered. And I go to the end farm a lot, so
Wow.
So that's just been something that we've been working on. But if you come down,
what was the thing about making it centered?
So whenever you name a block in Minecraft, sometimes it'll have that slant name. You can get rid of the slant by putting a space in the front and then the back. So like if you look at the name tag, like if you hover over like Deep Slate, for example, there's a space in the front and a space in the back.
You can just kind of
see it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you rename it to something other than, let's say, moss block, then it becomes straight. But then can't you just name it back to moss block after? Because it's like italic is for when it's not renamed.
Possibly. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. So
yeah,
that's good to know, though.
There's also the data pack thing that we got where you can format names. I think you can use that to remove it as well.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. So
and then,
one of my
I gotta
favorite
say,
design
Joe,
choices in this area is the paintings on the wall up at the top, though. I use the new paintings. I really like them. So.
Yeah, that is a good.
I spotted those just a second ago. I was really liking the framing. They're very, very well positioned.
What was you gonna say, Joe?
I was gonna say, I think you're right that moving this was recessed into the
Script
ground.
Samuel, thank you for the prime.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, my
coming
dude.
through
Thanks
here.
for subscribing.
And I remember trying to get from down here up to this area was a real hassle when I was looking for a particular block. I was like, how do I get up there?
That's funny.
And yeah, because like you can go technically around these stairs here, but then it's kind of awkward. This is a much more usable space.
So I would kind of give you a quick guided tour of the layout of the castle. So if you come this way, this is going to lead into like the castle dungeons.
Ooh.
And then if you come this way,
Jeff, will it include a torture chamber?
Oh yeah.
You know,
definitely.
I need a place to go relax. You know.
There you go. So this is going to lead to the King's Tower that we talked about. This is going to be the library. Now, one thing that I felt that was really, really important with floor design
was Script, I see your message. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. This is Jevon's castle, by the way.
Different areas. Except for this room, the library.
I was
you know, if we're in here reading
sat
books,
for a
we don't
moment
want
there and started to
distractions
feel
from
a bit
doors
yawny.
and
Need to stand up.
you know,
again.
things like that. So when this is
Ugh.
built, this is going to be the only entrance.
Yo,
right
Cherry
here,
Pie,
so.
thanks so much for
I
21
like
months.
that a lot. Yeah,
I had a
should
great
be a
break, by the way.
So,
Thank you, my
and
dude.
if you come back this way, a little bit of mismanagement on the design part for me here, but this is going to lead into the villager dormitories. So let's think back to season 6 Concorp. How Cub had beds for his villagers like 60 to 70 blocks away, and then during the day they wandered around towards the city. That's what we're going to be doing here. The beds for all of the villagers are going to be in a tower in this spot right here. When it becomes daytime, they'll walk back into the castle to designated spots where their workbenches are.
Oh, yeah, you take advantage of their path.
So,
That's interesting.
Yeah. So we'll go out the back door here. This is going to be covered. Right now it's not. This is going to lead into the sort of, I don't want to say dining area, more of a kitchen, like where the food will be cooked and stuff like that. Probably gonna one of my things that I really wanted to do
it's Cowboy up.
is like use all the rooms efficiently. So for this place,
thanks for the biddies, my dude, and thank you for subscribing with the
I'll need
Prime
to come
as well.
here to get it. And one of the rules that I've had so far with this place is to not fly inside. I'm just walking everywhere to get a better like understanding of things. So, if we lead out this door, this is going to be a covered area right here. Up the stairs, there's going to be at least 3 towers sitting right here. These are going to be sort of our whimsical towers. There's going to be enchanting potions, just magical things of the sort right here. Just try to keep those all sort of together. But
yo, this spot has atmosphere for me right now. I can't see any terrain like when I stand here other than your castle and the grass that we're on, and it just I don't know if you guys have got your
just
visuals
wait till you're
set
in
up
the
same
tower.
way.
But so if we go back down this way, back into the door, and I think I'll be able to connect these over here. But if you go this way, this is going to lead into a few new rooms. So when you come into the castle right away, the first thing you're going to do is, if you're on a horse, you're going to put the horse in the stables, which is right here. Now, let's say you're a member of the army of the castle. You'll be able to come through this doorway
I don't know what
and
happened
go
with that
straight
thing.
ahead. This is
where the
going
barracks
to
is gonna
be where the barracks and the infirmary and all of that is, like right here. It's gonna be like a two tall area.
Oh my god!
And I think the infirmary is
Reading
probably
the
going to
comments is
be on the
comical.
top floor and the barracks on the bottom floor, since
Yeah,
that's
thanks
like
for pointing that
closest
out,
to
dude.
the outside.
Fixed it by deleting it.
But and if you come back up and we go this way, this right here is going to be a lookout tower. So there's going to be like sort of a flat-ish circle that's going, like it's connecting to both buildings, and you're looking out. There will be like some exterior walls as well in this place, but the bigger thing is going to be over here. So the terraforming is not necessarily done yet, but there's going to be a very big exterior wall lining like this entire outside portion. And then this is going to be like the sort of like forested back area of the castle. We'll have animals and like gardens and waterfall, and you know, just like an exterior kind of greenage area for it. But
any more canopy, or is it going to be a different vibe?
I don't think canopy, but more of like a let's go ponder the oasis type of feel. So, but that is all I've got. That is what I have spent the last year and a half working on.
Wow,
So.
and it seems like you got a good amount of stuff to carry you through the end of the
Oh
season,
yeah, I've got
too.
so much work to
There's
do
a
still.
lot to do.
So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well-
the big thing about the castle was getting the floor plan done, and like my professional background is in architecture.
Oh,
So I spent so much time working on the roof lines, like to make sure that they were like really just. I can't look at something and it not be correct. So I'm like, I gotta like, you know, my teachers would have a stroke if I messed that up. But
Now, out of curiosity, do you actually spend time drafting this out on paper and doing sketches in AutoCAD or any of your architectural background tools before you build it in Minecraft?
So the initial sketch was just on a pad. Like, one thing that they taught us in school was to just draw shapes, right? Make a bunch of shapes, see how you like it, go from there. Once I had that, I went to stream and we just plotted everything block by block. Took about, like I said, it took about 4 to 5 hours. And when we were done, we had a floor plan. And from the floor plan, I built a bunch of stuff off of that. And only one change had to be made so far. The building, the main like hall was about 10 blocks taller, but I've lowered it some since. But other than that, that's all I got, guys.
Wow, this is really great, Jev.
Thank you.
So in terms of the borders here, you've got like water to the south there. It doesn't seem like you're really butting into anybody else's land, so you can just do whatever you want here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, but the game plan is to build the towers on the corners. That way, you know, like the whimsical stuff, we can look out over the swamps, and then the King's Tower looks out over like the rest of the server. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of planning went into like how you look at things, and like for example, X had mentioned when you're walking up the pathway into the castle, like that was very intentional. I wanted to make sure that like that view walking up into the castle was like extraordinary. So
dude, that is a beautiful spot. Like walking up that path, you can feel it as you approached it. It kind of catches your eye, and then you move up it and the buildings move around you. You know, one of the things I love about it's kind of funny, like going to cities with skyscrapers and then going to like skiing with mountains is like when you stand still, everything's static, but then when you're on the move, these big objects like slowly move around you. And I was checking out the sightlines here, and you got the big castle. The big castle is like the big object, and as you go around and look at this place from all the different sightlines, it kind of reminds me of that, how like its angle just keeps changing slightly, and you kind of like appreciate the scale of it. It's really cool.
So this project as a whole has been really fun, because when you're in Minecraft, like sure you can use like your architectural skills in a manner of speaking, but like this project was like me being back in school, which was awesome. So we really got to use a lot of the stuff that I learned there. So
that's great.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with the progress. Really looking forward to doing more of the interior of the castle, which is like really coming up soon. So that's all I got.
Awesome.
Really excited to change the block palettes too. These are just placeholders so I can get the building up.
Is this, by the way, is this the only thing you've done? Like everything you've done is in one area, or do you have any like detached projects like farms or something you did somewhere else?
Joe, do we show them the farming area? Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go visit the farm.
I might need to grab. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some more rockets. Sorry,
I had this. Let me.
I had this anticipation just then of like you guys flying off, and I'm not able to hear you.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm at the middle of your base. Actually, just let us know when you're ready to fly.
Oh, okay. What do you classify as the middle?
Like the boardwalk, the pier.
The pier. Oh yes, down here. Hey.
This way.
Sweet. Dude, if you were glowing right now, wait a minute. Let me shoot you so you glow.
Do it.
How could I'm not a hot guy.
Oh my god.
I need some tips from Scar.
I have no idea where you guys ended up.
Well, don't worry, Jeff's gonna glow now. Oh, I missed.
Hold on, let me land.
Oh my god, this is.
All right, I'm gonna stand exactly still, X. Please hit me.
Did you say you're near Wells's castle?
Yeah, outside
we're on the
Wells's
other side of
castle.
it by Scar's building.
This would make a hilarious mini game where like you have pairs and your game is just like platform here, platform there. When you're in midair, you have to like shoot your partner and make them glow.
I'm sorry, bud. You've already lost.
It would be so silly.
This way. By the
now
way,
we've
my
got
best
Squadron
prank
Leader
of all
Jeff.
time. Best prank of all time.
The
is,
Death Scar.
The Death Scar.
I mean, it's
Or
still
the
got the
Fire.
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah,
gonna continue flying out this way just a little bit, but we'll see it soon enough. Joe knows
But
where
yeah.
he's going because he's been.
I know where
Yo,
Jeb is,
Sharper,
yeah.
thank you for the raid, my
Jeb's
dude. Appreciate it.
industrial
Hope you had a
area
good
is
time.
probably where I spent about a
you had
month
a good time with
working
the
on
stream.
Hermitcraft TCG.
So, which side's the? Oh, it's on this side. Okay. There's a Xisuma.
Yeah, where do
does
we
Xisuma
land
go?
here? There's
Oh,
redstone.
Just go down
there's
the
a little. I
sugarcane-
built
the
a little
sugarcane
porch.
farm.
Yeah, we can go down to the sugarcane farm.
Sugarcane farm first, but
Okay.
oh,
I still come over here, and I've been running this farm because we do need to keep making TCG cards.
oh, are
People
we?
playing the? Oh yeah, I'm
funny.
still making TCG cards. Yeah, people are
X,
playing the game.
X, come up here. Come up here.
Yeah.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Redstone. Woo! Oh, look at that. That's
Did
cool.
you disable the other part of it, Joe? Oh, you no, we split
Remember,
it.
I
That's
split
right.
it into
Yeah,
thirds
yeah.
because it takes 5 minutes to ride the rail to collect each third of this.
That's right. So this is all automated harvesting
Nice.
for the most part. You have to get in the cart and collect it, but am I getting? Was that you, Joe?
Dude,
No,
what
there's a
me?
trident guy down here.
I've got.
See him all down there?
So
Oh yeah, he's throwing them like crazy.
Where's he at?
if you ride the cart, does it pick up all of the items left and right of you?
You have
Yeah,
to
that's
be
the idea.
inside of it, but
It's cool. These flying machines,
Okay,
can't they be bigger? Like more width?
we had issues with it, mostly just not being able to collect all the material in time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it
Like,
takes
we were-
5
we were-
minutes
yeah.
to ride a cart around 1/3 of
So,
this. So yeah, the idea to split the flying machine into 3 was just to save on lost materials.
Yeah. All right, let's fly up. We'll go
Yeah.
to Creeper Farm first. So that's the very
Now,
top above us here. So.
Yeah, I did add a little coal porch here for my music video, because I used this as the backdrop. This building as a backdrop
Mhm.
for a little music video with Beef and I during the Exile storyline for the.
I'm gonna need you to
Nopo.
remove this soon, Joe. You're making the aesthetic look bad, bud.
Sorry, man.
Oh, it's
I'll
alright, it's
I'll get on that right now.
So yeah, I don't have to do it right now. It's fine. Just
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't feed
So-
into anything down
so
there.
if you have again, if you have free cam, now would be the time to use it. I want you to go inside and then hover above the central spot and just watch how good this creeper farm is. And now it's gonna make me look
seeing
bad
'em.
probably. This thing generates a lot of creepers, especially when it's not raining. But
Is it
so
raining?
it is raining. So if we go down, if we go down this way right here. So there's 2 farms in this place. Number 1, there's a sugarcane farm. Dude, you gotta put that back, X. Those are there for a reason. It burns the sugarcane. Just over here griefing, dude. Come on. You gotta relax.
I mean, it's a
There
bit
you
weird to
go,
have
there you
fire
go.
just
No.
like that. I didn't see the one around the corner either.
No, it's all good. So just a shulker loader, and all of these are full from about a day of AFK, a little bit less probably, but
That's
it
a
just
lot.
loads it up. So if we come down further, we have that sugarcane loading into these machines, and all of these machines
Yeah.
are the rocket makers. So I can make rocket boxes from here by flicking levers, and it's so helpful.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, makes like 3 at a time. So if we go down even further, I don't know if there's any down here. No. So this is in the process of being filled still, but because I come over here quite often to take stuff out of here, but so maybe we go to the next farm over here. I think
Ah!
this is your pretty typical moss farm, and then below it is just sorted storing for
Wait,
all of the stuff that comes
this
with
is
it.
typical. Like this is a monstrosity of redstone. What's going on here? Oh, it's like cobblestone generator.
Yeah. So it just kind of runs automatically. But
Oh, so
I think it needs bone meal, so you probably should turn it off so it's just not running for no reason.
yeah. Well, I'm just thinking about the other types of farm I've seen like this. This is like a fair bit smaller.
I know, right? I'm great at redstone.
Um,
And by great, I mean copying other people's redstones off of YouTube videos.
So does the stone when it gets converted into moss get broken?
Yeah, it gets pushed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
So
I see.
this is this over here is kind of a dual form. This next, Joe, you're about to kill me.
Sorry, Jeff.
You're good. This initially was just a mob spawner, like the typical Nimba mob spawner. But I needed skulk and sensors, so I've converted it. If we there's an underside we can go down, like right underneath of here. A bunch of drops down here, so yeah, I haven't cleared this thing out in a while, but I don't really use this very often. If I need like string or something, I'll come down here, but for the most part, it's just kind of chilling, doing its thing. So and then finally, the pièce de résistance is over here. This guy right here. So all of this starts when you make stone, it collects downstairs. So there's a central clock, and then all of the blocks that I need to craft for the castle are all auto crafted here.
Nice.
Every single one.
Nice.
Every single one off of that central line. So it's pretty fantastic, honestly. I really like it. And if you go downstairs, let me pull that in.
Ah! I fell downstairs.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh god.
Did the same.
So again, we're just we're auto loading stone and cobblestone here, and I use this quite a bit when I'm just like AFKing. But where'd X go? Oh, we're downstairs.
Sorry, I was just looking at the crafting setup again. So like,
It's like just
stone brick
pulling random.
walls could technically, like, you manually load this, right?
I just throw shockers on top of the thing.
Right. Because, like, stone brick walls could technically accidentally be crafted into slabs, but your approach here is just like the clock doesn't ever run that fast.
Nope.
And
That's the point. I timed it on purpose to make it to where it doesn't mess up. I ran it multiple times to make sure. So.
And then if you did happen to have 3 blocks left over and it made slabs, it like wouldn't be the end of the world. It's just like, okay.
Nope.
That
So all of the stuff that you see,
I love this because everyone takes a different approach to doing something with redstone, and my approach to auto crafting was like very sort of strict, and it runs relatively fast, and like you look for all these edge cases, but then you've got a totally different approach, and it just
I keep it simple.
Yeah, like it's sometimes you just keep it simple, yeah, and it's good. It works. Like,
it's just way easier.
just slow it down a bit, and then everything becomes so much easier. Yeah, that's really interesting.
So down here, all of those blocks are stored, and then the ones that like really craft a lot of planks, stairs, things like that, we have turned into blocks into shocker storage. So those are the bigger ones, but like that, I have like one other little thing I could probably show you, but it's not super fancy. It's just a boring machine that I run to get deep slate. So
Yeah,
that's
where's
about
that
it.
at?
But
Let's check it out.
A boring machine.
it's literally to the name. It's literally boring.
All right, I'm with you.
I have to make this one quick because there's a lot of baddies. Yeah,
Into that hole. Are we going into the hole?
Yep. Just jump down.
Oh, is there a safe landing at the bottom?
Nope. I made it dangerous.
Thank you. I'm now worried that there might be lava below me.
Nah, you're fine.
Yay.
It's all good.
Yay,
There's water.
lava! Goodbye, items. Okay, we're okay.
So this is me in the trenches, literally collecting as much deep slate as I can possibly get my hands on.
Is that the non-silk touch one? What would it be? Cobbled
It's
deep
this
slate?
one down here.
Do you get cobbled deep slate from this?
Yeah.
I see.
So if you do
Oh, nice. Get
Just
some
do some.
diamonds as well.
that, yeah. So this is how I
Oh.
got pretty much all of the deep slate for the castle and any other of the builds that I've done.
So the ancient debris is like a pushable, blast-resistant block.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
So
Yeah, this
I'm not
is
really
a cool
sure how it
contraption.
works, but I saw it and I'm like, I think I can build that, and so
It's a one. It looks like a one-step flying machine, and
a little
then
bit, yeah.
as it steps forwards, it would then activate a juper.
Around
That's
you.
pretty cool.
I was gonna say, where did I miss you guys?
You missed the
like,
turn, but
did I overshoot? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Does
Right
it
here.
deal with lava
Oh,
okay?
Oh, okay.
Or do you have to get involved?
As long as it's not falling from the ceiling, it's like if it's underneath, that's fine. So
Because I
but
see you got
for
some
the most
obsidian
part-
here.
yeah, I typically, if I see lava, I will just bucket it before we go. So,
Mm.
but it, it works fun. It gets about like 50 to 60. Actually, I think it's about 2 to 3 stacks. So we did it twice. Let's see how much is here. It's pretty efficient for what it is. I mean, I have almost 2 stacks on me right now, so it gets its share. I mean, but it blows up sometimes though, and you have to rebuild it.
If they give us something in the future, like a magnet type enchantment for picking up items or something
That would
along
be
those
the
lines,
best thing ever.
yeah, this might get more powerful at
Oh.
some point.
Yeah, but that's pretty much, apart from like the Christmas stuff, that's all I got. So I'm all done.
Well, this is great stuff, Jeff. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing. Because like, there's so many little details about everything you showed that I could have wandered around and I might have noticed a quarter of it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have seen all of the cool stuff that you've been doing.
I mean, there's like some other little projects, but it's nothing. Like obviously, I've done some shopping district stuff, and that's about it though. So. Ooh.
Gotcha.
So you want to do
well,
X
Jeff-
next?
I was gonna say, Jev, in terms of what you have time for,
I have about 30 minutes. So
yeah,
yeah.
what would you prefer? Because I
Wait,
can show you the bits of Hermit Homedale where the claimable areas are. Maybe we don't.
I would
necessarily
prefer
wanna-
that you and I record that as a video clip for
As okay.
for the episode. So
That's what I was
stop
curious
stealing
about.
my ores. I see what you're doing. You ain't slick. Nah, you can have one. I don't
Yeah,
care.
so yeah, I guess let's check out Xisuma's
yeah.
stuff next.
You're up, Xisuma.
Hang on,
'Cause
I'm
we've already got the
mining. I'm
Xisuma
busy.
Oh, I do have 2 map areas as well. I have one in the end for the Christmas maps, and then one for all of the no post stuff as well. So, and I have a raid farm. I forgot about those things, but they would take a while to get to.
Yo,
I guess
clever
we'll fly over
Caleb,
to
you are
Xisuma.
clever because you
Sounds
subscribed with the Prime, my dude. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I missed that last message. Sorry.
Oh, we're just
Yeah,
flying
I-
over to your base now.
I was gonna say I can't wait until the Voxy mod is more stable, so I can recommend it wholeheartedly to all the hermits. Because like I don't know, Jeff, if you're still watching my stream.
I am.
But,
Yeah,
like,
it's nuts.
In terms of navigation, it's like I can see Xisuma's base from here.
Yeah.
I
The
can
reason
see
why-
everything from here.
The reason why I don't use like Bobby or Voxel or Voxy is just the forest. Like, I don't want render distance to be 400 blocks outside of it. So,
That's fair. I was gonna say real quick before we switch to Xisuma, can we take a minute and thank anybody who's tipped? Because I got a few in the queue.
yeah,
Go for it.
Cool. Well, I will do that without pushing to talk. BRB.
I was just thinking that with the view distance stuff with Bobby and that, I would like the view distance to be more like Bedrock, but I feel like I want some sort of like fog or fade into fog further away, if that makes sense.
like changeable fog distance would be pretty slick.
Yeah, because I kind of want the distant stuff to just sort of fade into the sky, and the way Minecraft renders, you see the distance, but then you see the cutoff point. So
Mhm.
if you've got something like this Voxy mod, like the cutoff point will be areas you haven't visited, and sometimes that's not even like evenly distributed when you look off into those long distances.
Yeah.
So like,
It doesn't have like a good transition point more than anything.
yeah, it's not particularly smooth.
I need to find a way to use these mud bricks for something. Really like them.
They're cool. They keep adding us little textures over time, and
Yeah.
now the amount of variety is just crazy. But yeah, I know that feeling. It's like, ooh, I do something with this, do something with that. Are you using
So how
bundles
do you
much?
say what?
Are you using the bundles much?
Not really.
I
I
recommend.
use it. I have like an emergency bag. That's about it though.
Yeah, I've
Like
currently got a
I have
bag
this one,
for
but-
stone cutters, crafting benches, anvils, and ender pearls. I feel like I need to put a couple more things in there. And I've also got a junk bag, and I'm actually starting to really like having those things there.
So this is I was watching one of Ito's videos a while back, and he had like a utility bag, and I'm like, yo, that's like the smartest thing ever. So mine has like notch apples, anvil, ender chest, leads, name tag, sponges, etc. Stuff that you would just maybe need like in a one-off case. But
Yeah, that's
You guys talking about shulkers for like just having on you?
bundles actually. So,
Bundles.
yeah,
oh.
yeah. How do you know what's what in here, X?
kind of.
Oh, you have them named, don't you? That's right.
I
don't use
used
that
I
mod.
used to have visuals here, but I don't anymore. And I kind of
Yeah.
remember some stuff by memory. Some of it's color coded.
We're
But
in his
Where are
storage
you
room.
guys?
And
Oh,
in his the far left building.
Far
I've
left building.
I've
on my
built
way.
the next iteration of this, and like it is built for vanilla. This was built for having a mod go with it, and now that that mod is gone, it feels like, okay, I need to take the lessons I've learned from this one, and
Yeah.
that'll involve having space in between each row of shulkers to put a block next to it to help you see what you want. If you come over here though and look in this top chest, like this is the visual system that I had. Like
Oh, that's
these,
fancy.
yeah, these textures would let you know where to go and
How
get
do
what
you
you
get
want.
those textures?
They're on sticks. I just
Whoa.
added them to our resource pack.
Oh, fancy. Do you have like all the blocks in the game in there?
Just the ones that I wanted to display. There's quite a lot of them though. I think
No,
actually
these look awesome.
between these two chests, you've got like every texture I've added. I think.
Yeah, no, that's fancy.
Wow, that's.
I need to find a way to troll Cub with these.
Yo, Rodog 99, thank you for
Why
Prime.
Cub in particular?
Appreciate you using that on me, my
This
dude.
Cub's a jerk. That's why.
Okay, still haven't forgiven
He's
him for
not
the
a
whole
jerk, but-
permit office thing.
Take the permit office stuff to the grave, baby.
Oh,
Hey,
fair
but
enough.
by the way, just a friendly reminder: who won the permit battle? Yeah, that's right. Nopo did. Yeah.
Do either of you want some allays?
Nope.
I actually could use some allays because I have an allay-based experience farm where the allays all died.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, well, because there was
Seems
some
like
sort of
child
issue.
support to me.
Yeah, so apparently I need to set it up so the campfire is extinguished before I leave and re-enter the chunk.
Dude, that
because-
explains so much. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what kills it. Yeah.
So yeah, actually, if you don't mind me grabbing some of these, I won't get them right now because I'm sure flying them around would be a hassle.
I
during the
don't. I
stream.
put them in the boat to try and make life easier, which in the next update might be very easy.
Mhm.
With all the stuff
Remember
they've
how
done
I
with
told
leads.
you guys, Hub and
Yeah.
Scar blew up my base.
Yeah.
The reason for it was I have the head shop on the server, and I had to kill these guys to get their heads for the shop. Scar was not happy about that, and him and Cup put creepers in my base.
Rude.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's all right though. I got him back.
Yeah, I was going to build an allay sanctuary where like you can just visit it and then breed and take them away. But I never really got like the idea, and so these guys have just like sat in my base now for like 6 months. And every time I stream, someone will ask me like, why are they here? They
You
just
know, if
never-
you need to dispose of these guys, I can help you with that.
Like I said,
I-
I'm happy to take them off your hands. I just need
Yeah.
to move them like 1,000 blocks away, which
They
is
need-
out of
they
scope
need a-
for this stream.
They need a peaceful transition, not a
Sure,
not a termination.
it'll be quick. Don't worry.
Jeez,
All right,
a transition
X,
to the
let's-
afterlife. He's thinking.
Yeah, let's see what you got. I got
Yeah, I was gonna say
18 minutes left. Hustle up, kid.
Well, I'm still gonna be here for another
Yeah.
over an hour and a half.
I
but, yeah.
when my expectation was that we were going to be like blitzing around lots of bases, and I was trying to think of what have I done since the last tour. And although I do little projects here, there, and everywhere, I've kind of been focused on the art gallery, the spawn chunks for a long time. But I did finish Loglands, so
This guy over here's kind of buff. What's he
oh,
doing?
my statue.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that is a pretty cool statue.
He seems a little angry.
He looks like Gizmo Duck from He looks like he's got the little wheel on the
Yeah.
bottom.
That block
Like
is not
DuckTales.
supposed to be there. It kind of felt like it was adding something, but yeah, that block wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, I thought he was like holding it and his arm was
Yeah.
out.
No, it kind
So-
of looked like it added something by being there, but
All right, let's head over to Loglands.
so when
Yeah, I
when was the
remember
last
seeing-
time you guys were at Loglands? What did it look like on the inside?
So X, I have a bit of a confession to make about Logland.
Okay.
When I was building the pathway up into the castle, your cactus farm was like right there. I may have removed the top layer.
That's probably not
You
a
got-
problem.
You got like 4 other layers. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
We're good to go. And plus, it was backed up anyways. So you were voiding.
I
cactus.
remember now. I remember building it and it came up pretty close to the surface. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, let's fly
Is
up.
it just fly into the center?
Well, I do have like a nether portal entrance. I mean, let's maybe. Nah, the center's the best way to go in. You gotta admit, the center's
Yeah,
the
I
best way to
remember
go
when
in.
we had the big dig at the beginning of the season. Whoa, this is looking so much better though.
Yeah,
The
this
last
looks
time
awesome.
I was here was when you got the well when you got the farm for, what do you call these guys? The guys with the orange stuff.
Creaking.
Freaking.
Creakings. Yeah, when you first built the creaking farm, and I don't think you had any of this like cool cave floor in here. This is great. It looks like petrified tree.
So do all of these buildings have something to them?
Yes, they do.
Like what?
Well, this is a place of automation and farming and crafting, and the goal always was to do all of that first and then decorate it after. So if there is a building, a thing, it is likely just hiding some sort of farm behind it, right?
Oh, okay. I
There's-
kind of get the gist of this because like you have a lot of themed stuff. So I'm assuming, over here is bamboo. Behind me is obviously the
Bamboo.
kelp. Well, bamboo, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Then you've got like the warped and crimson stuff over there. So that makes sense.
Logs is the main theme. The idea was to farm every type of log automatically, but there's a few types that I just haven't bothered with. And then also craft those up. So like we chatted a little bit about crafting a moment ago. Did both of you guys just like threes all of a sudden? No, okay.
No, I was just looking
I'm
around.
admiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot to take in here. Hex, you see this all the time, whereas
yeah.
I haven't seen this in like 4 months. This is really impressive.
You're taking it in, and I'm like over here wondering like, why aren't they following me? When you're ready, let me know.
Let's go.
Sure.
I'm down. Let's follow.
If we wander through, I mean, there's other farms in this area, but you only got 18 minutes, Jev. I'll touch on some of the key things. So
I love the little
every
pathways.
they were so much fun to put together.
Mm-hmm.
Every like area that has a farm, like bamboo, will have some sort of automated crafting system. This one over here is built on a chunk border, so that means that it occasionally breaks, which is really annoying. But it auto crafts.
Is that why there's different items in here? Like stone and bamboo pressure plates?
The stone is just to like fill up the space. It crafts an amount based on
yeah.
the space.
That's fair.
So this does like wood items and bamboo, and then there's some more advanced stuff with crafting up your fence gates.
Wow.
And then very advanced over here where it crafts up the mosaic blocks.
That's fancy.
It is. Also, the redstone is kind of a marvel, but you'll notice that like I've hidden the redstone away with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say up here is a good place to wander. I tried to make it like fun to walk through as well,
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
colorful.
but I couldn't articulate what I've done the way you did, Jevin. Like, you've understood what you've done.
Yeah.
I kind of don't have the language for that. I just keep placing blocks and moving them around
No, that's
until it
totally
feels
fair.
right.
I mean, it's not like I've had years of training and that type of stuff. So, and my entire schooling was that. So, I mean, that's fair. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
And like when I took art classes at university, we had to present our pieces and justify our choices. I'm assuming with architecture school it was similar, where you weren't just
Yeah.
designing stuff, but you were sharing it with the class and getting feedback. So that's a skill that you practice too.
Yeah.
If I could justify some of my own builds, then there is some concept here.
Oh, I love the color choice here. I like the yin yang. That's amazing.
Well, you've just nailed it right there. It's a yin yang build. If I remember correctly, oh no, the auto crafted stuff is the correct color as the backdrop, but then like the color that's imposed on front of it is the opposite. There's also a secret entrance to the redstone.
Oh, that's
Where did I
clever.
go?
That's so 2013 of you.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, you
one
gotta
of
crouch.
the oldest Minecraft tricks we know of.
Yep.
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And so then, yeah, you got all of the redstone back here.
Yeah, this
So
is...
have you considered opening a shop to sell this stuff? Because, like, sometimes I need crimson fences or warped fences and stuff, and there's no more permit office, so you could just, you know, sell somebody a Loglands pass and say, come grab what you want for X amount of diamonds or something.
I would buy that in a heartbeat. I would pay a monthly sub for that.
Yeah, I would subscribe to this service because, man, I have needed so much of this stuff.
This is a
I am
fantastic
so
idea.
sick and tired of paying Doc those dumb sand blocks for this.
I was going to build a giant sign above Loglands that just said free logs, and like it's also an arrow pointing in.
Uh-oh. Jeff, we've really screwed ourselves here. We shouldn't have given
The
them
subscription model
idea.
is very appealing, you know. To me,
I would be
mainly.
paying. I would pay premium shekels for this. Okay.
Premium shekels. I'm gonna
Premium
be shekel
doubloons.
rich.
Yes.
Oh. One thing I'm a little concerned about is that if everyone came over here, I'm pretty sure like at some point someone finds a way to break something, and I am like, if you just free cam it for a second and look behind where you're looking at here and just
I'm
look
not
at
touching any of that.
yeah, like that's a lot of
Touching any
stuff. That's a lot of stuff. This one is like
God.
3 farms in one. I've got a tree farm up the top from last season, which I designed myself, and it feeds into just basically a wall of auto crafting stacked 3 times over for the 3 different
Spiral
woods.
staircases are so hard to do well in Minecraft, but having the having it jut out into the open area really makes this one work, because each time you come around, you're looking forward to seeing the next level up.
The question about your redstone here, X. You have these filled up, right? So like, say I need like spruce fences.
Yep.
When I take something out of here, how does it know to refill it? Is it just, I mean, obviously apart from it being totally filled, do you have
it's
some
the
sort
redstone.
of sensor in the back of
Yeah,
it?
the redstone is going to read the amount of like what you have in here. So as soon as you like take some out, it starts crafting again. But I think we're short on sticks or something in my like. This stuff does occasionally break because it's built on chunk borders. Like that is one of the most frustrating things with redstone, is that if it's running and like you're flying out of the area and it's like unloaded for half a second, bam, broken. So it looks
me
like
and Joe had that issue when he was building the
Here you
Ender
go.
Pearl thing for
feel
me,
free to take
so.
some signs and then they'll start just crafting more for you.
Don't tell me to
Oh,
take
yeah.
stuff, because I'll come over here all the time and take it.
I mean, I want other people to come over here and make use of this. Like,
Hypno's
I
like,
don't
you
want-
can use my base whenever you want, and I've been using his as like an extended storage room for months now.
Oh yeah, his iron has been so
Yeah.
helpful for everything I've done.
yeah, that's my iron
I wouldn't have been
supply
able
right
to
there.
build those like 80 beacons or whatever without him.
Joe, your observation about the spiral staircase is a very astute one. Like, yeah, you get that hypnotic winding around, but this was just like, it was just there, you know? As I'm building it, it's like, you want to look out and see all of that. So
I feel like I'm gonna fall off.
it's kind
I
of
feel
like
like
a good design decision that wasn't a decision. It just happened and it was like, of course, let's leave it open. Why would I close it off?
well, you know, we've been doing this for like over 12 years now, and so to some degree, there's going to be certain intuitive things where our brain's just like, oh, that's a good corner for a spiral staircase. You don't necessarily have the capacity to articulate why, but you're just like, that feels right, and then you build it, and you're like, oh, now I understand why.
Yes.
Okay, like, because this is a great spot for this, looking out over everything. Perfect.
Man, I need to start stealing from the dye stash over here. I'm missing
Oh,
out.
also crafted. It's one of the Loglands concepts is like,
Yeah.
you take this, you know that cactus farm, right? You take that green
Oh.
Yeah.
dye, there is an automated smelting setup that will
Yeah, I
start
saw it
smelting
when I
cactus.
was making sure I didn't mess anything up.
Again,
Well, like
free cam-
blocks fell into the system, and I was afraid that it was gonna cram it.
it
So
won't.
I followed the redstone down, and it was just voiding because it was full. So the blocks that I
Yes.
put into it were voided too. So
Yes, I had that
listen,
same fear.
I may have removed your farm, but I'm not a total jerk. Okay.
Jev is considerate.
Consider
Wow,
it.
this looks so cool at night. How it like transitions to like a purple in the moonlight there. With
Oh
the
yeah.
blue
that's really
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I love the auto crafting.
Totally
What's this?
accidental.
Master
Yeah.
bone meal. Interesting.
But like once again, from the beginning, you knew you wanted to have the log open to the sky.
Yes.
You know, there were distinct choices that led to this, that were well informed.
Yeah. Yeah, though it's a mishmash of like some choices, but then a lot of the build is like incidental because I didn't plan any of the aesthetics until I started building it, right? Which is why there's like this tapestry of just stuff changing, and you know, you want it to fit together though as well. So those kind of decisions like emerge, like the spiral staircase that you pointed out.
Okay, somehow I lost you guys. Okay, you're down around here. Got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember digging this out at the beginning of the season and like being like, oh man, there's a lot of potential here. But like, there's a huge difference between going, there's a lot of potential here, and then seeing that actualized.
Yeah.
Like, this is so cool.
Yeah, I've really, really enjoyed it. Maybe it could have been bigger, but I just kind of like lost the energy to make more tree farms. You know?
Well, I mean, I think that this is still a decent amount of tree farms.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look at this and go, oh boy, he really pulled his punches here.
This, by the way, is a smelter.
Mm-hmm.
It smelts 80 items very quickly, but it's also, by the way, it's powered by tree farms again. Like, if you reach into the back hoppers, you'll see that there are oak logs and that they create charcoal, and that the charcoal powers the furnace.
Yeah. I did something similar to this in season 8 and my creator. I did rows of 64 furnaces so I can smelt like 2 stacks at a time, like in a single smelt.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's very, very useful.
That's kind of a better way to do it. I can't remember like why I landed on 80, but
Probably spacing issues. I would say.
Something like that. And then I kind of thought, like, why didn't I make this just like 2 stacks at once instead? Like,
yeah. But yeah, being able to smelt anything like a stack at a time is just wonderful.
yes.
Yeah, the glass floor here was a great choice too, because being able to see
your
down
ember.
into the crater, so cool.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff here I could steal. I'm excited.
I mean, I haven't started working on any like real detailing for my builds this season yet, because everything's been so large scale, and I'm just like, man, I feel like you guys have been just so detail focused all season. Like, it's really cool stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you,
yeah, I
Joseph.
have been putting attention to that. It's all been a bit of a blur as well, you know, just like chipping away at everything.
Yep, same here. I remember building sections of the forest and collecting all of the. I think I've placed around 60 to 65,000 leaves, like, and all of the like that whole bundle, like together, probably. So, what's next, X? Let's go.
Well, this is obviously the bit where we do the auto crafting for the creaking. If you want to free cam it and look behind, you can see crazy redstone again, and like you can kind of follow it up a little bit, and you might notice that there is this big like trench of furnaces and water streams. Do you find that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well,
They're just moving items.
the creaking farm, if you come back to me for a second, the creaking farm is like over here, like the opposite side of the base to where this stuff gets crafted. So like, I literally just pipe the items around over to this spot and then process them on the way with smelting because it's near the bamboo farm. It's kind of wacky.
Like,
but,
in the future, that would be kind of a cool aesthetic, right? If you build a base that has active items moving around, it makes it feel sort of factory-ish. That'd be so cool.
I think Tango did that with water streams in his current factory.
He did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I gotta say too, I didn't appreciate how cool these different resin bricks are.
They
these
look
are
great.
Really, like
Wow.
that's something where, because we didn't know these were gonna exist when we started the season, like nobody planned builds around that color, and it's such a distinct color that it's kind of hard to just integrate later. But-
I've got a build with this in if you want to see it. It's over
yeah.
in the gaming district. We could let's sleep first. Oh my god, my wings are gonna
By
break.
the way, Xisuma, I've got to mention this while I've got you here. I forgot to mention this.
Yes?
The hammer game. Oh God, what'd you call it? What's the game? The
Mace
hammer
race.
game over
The
there.
mace race.
Mace race. I was on the last level and broke one of the armor stands, and I couldn't get it to be fixed because it's like the third one up on the hill, like
Oh,
on the bounce up.
I'll
so-
fix it, don't worry. I'll figure it out.
I meant to tell you that like 2 weeks ago, by the way. So you heard it then, not now.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely remember that conversation. Where
Where are
you
we going
told
now?
you told me I was the best Minecrafter ever. And
Yeah,
that you
that's
were
true.
gonna give me all your diamonds. That conversation.
Hey, you
right?
can have them. I don't care.
You said the gaming district
Means nothing to me.
Yeah, gaming district at the Nether portal. Oh, did we ever update the maps and put them back?
We didn't put back Jevs yet, because we were going to your place next, which was the same. But yeah, let me get. I'm gonna update. Whoa, my frame rate is going nuts next to Joel's place.
Apologies, chat. I just
Yeah, I'm gonna put these back
bumped the mic. Also,
assuming-
Ye Old Envelope, 28 months. Jang George, 92. Atheum Live, Rodog09. Thank you all for your support, peeps. Much
in.
appreciated.
1 map, 2 map, 3 map, 4.
Wow, Cubs Wall is coming along. In
His
fact,
base
it
is
might be
insane.
finished. It is insane,
Oh.
isn't it? It's insane. All right,
Okay,
so
the map has
speaking
been
of the
updated.
devil,
well.
oh, he turns up. Oh, and now I'm trapped.
Voice group.
I've trapped myself.
Where are you, Alex?
Oh, I'm trapped.
portal?
Help! Oh, I'm out. Sorry, the Nether portal in the gaming district.
Okay.
Should I grab the maps for the gaming district too while I'm over here? Actually, I'm thinking about that. I think the gaming district was included, or is it too far south?
Ooh.
If you wanna
Oh.
take that responsibility, go right ahead.
Wow, I almost died.
What is all this?
This is my automated potion brewer. It brews a shulker box of potions at a time.
It's my favorite game.
It's something that's been done plenty of times, but I had fun like coming up with my own new design for this thing, and
Yeah.
it's good. And then I decided, right, I want to practice building. I was inspired by Pearl, and I just started building without trying to like do it all at once, if that makes sense. Do more of it in survival and try and get a feel
Yeah.
for that. So the end result, you know, it might not make a lot of sense, but if you fly around to the right side of this building, we got the resin blocks as I was doing this, and because my palette already had orange in, yeah, I threw
That
some
works
resin
really
in
well.
here. Yeah,
I
not a lot.
see your pearl inspiration. I
Yeah.
definitely see it.
It's there.
By the way, just so everybody that's listening, Pearl is the master of building with
The
shapes
master.
and then adding detail. I mean, like, absolutely the best on the server at making anything that will draw your eyes to every single inch of it. She is like insanely good.
Definitely
at,
the best. I mean,
sight
put
lines
Scar to
and
shame, right?
everything,
I mean,
so-
once you've seen
Oh yeah,
Pearl's
yeah,
building,
yeah. No question. No
Scars
question.
is
no,
like, it's
listen.
not as good as you thought it was, you know.
Pearl is good at shapes. Scar's good at trees and other things, right? Everybody
What
has
have
their
I
thing.
come into?
God forbid
No,
trees
okay,
be
now that he's
shaped
here,
like
never mind.
anything.
He's terrible at this game, but no, Pearl is
Hi,
insanely
Scar.
good at building with shapes. Like it's so fantastic. So but
Yes,
Scar, your trees are
I've
next
had the
level.
same.
I'm so confused. What have I come into?
We're just
Scar,
talking
it's the
about
World
building.
Tour Saturday. Remember from the meeting that you weren't at on?
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Yeah, I was
wait.
telepathically there.
You
Yeah.
didn't
I
remember
was
from
typing
the
him
meeting
live
you
notes.
weren't in? Oh my god.
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I see your inspiration here though.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But dude, this spot right here, that chunk in the middle with the bamboo, like that's when all of a sudden something unique came together. And I'm gonna revisit that aesthetic at some point and like do
Where
a
in
build
the
of
gaming
it.
district are you guys?
That's another
so,
Pearl.
Yeah, we're behind
you're
it.
at the portal.
Behind,
Okay.
sort of go like
So
a
Scar, come meet us in the gaming district, another portal.
Scar's like,
Oh, this
do
big
I have a
building
chance
back
to
here.
do anything? You're like, yo, Joe's like, voice right now.
Yeah. I assume that people saw the 8 times that we've posted about this over the last few weeks.
God. I got about 5 minutes before I gotta go, so if there's anything you want to show us over here, X, let us know.
I think that's kind of it for me, really. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I've done
don't
stuff.
forget to fix
but...
Mace Race.
Oh yeah, I gotta go fix Mace Race. Hi, Scott.
So wait, is
love
this
the
thing
shorts.
is this thing a game or is it just
This is a
brewer.
potion brewer.
It's my
but
favorite
it's not
game.
a. Why did you build it in the gaming district?
It's my
Well,
favorite
the
game.
idea was that I needed potions for a game, and other people might have done as well. So, like, why not build a potion brewer that everyone can use?
Were you gonna tell us that you built it?
Well,
so that way we could know to
then
use it for our game.
The thing was that we had the permits, and so chat being chat got upset that, you know, you don't have a permit for this, but now there are no permits, so
Where did the
I guess
potions
we're on
come
again.
out at?
Yay.
they
Where do you
come up.
start?
They come up
Getting
here,
upset about something.
dude. I do not want to. I do not want to do this right now because I haven't been over here in ages, and I bet that for some silly reason something has changed and broken. But I'm gonna worry about that on another day, and I'm gonna press the button, and it should start brewing.
Oh,
my
you're
God.
sending it.
I've sent it.
sending
So
It's done.
what are
It's
you
happening.
brewing? What is this one?
It's working.
Farming?
Yeah, we're making harming potions. Oh my god, I'm watching it go around the back. You might want to free cam this. It's an amazing sight.
Is prickly berries part of a potion?
It's
didn't
it's
know
a
that, but
I had
representation.
no idea that was a thing.
It's a representation.
Oh, okay.
Like
I was like,
spyglass for invisibility.
I gotcha.
I was getting creative.
I look like I'm here to
Little
take your
guys.
coats at a theater.
It's working.
Yeah,
It's
here
working.
you go.
Man,
I was
take your
gonna
coat.
say you look very dapper. You look
You
very
actually, you
good.
actually look in your element
You're
right there.
looking really, really good, man. You got the handkerchief. Is that, or is that like a flower? I can't tell.
A hanker who?
Like a handkerchief in the pocket for the.
Yeah. So it's a flower. Yeah.
It's a flower.
Yeah,
I love the
Boutonniere,
bow
I think
tie.
is what it's called.
Got to keep
Boutonniere?
things classy here. If
love
everybody could give me their
the-
coats, the theater will open momentarily.
My
We're
favorite,
good
my
with the
favorite part
matinee.
of your look is the booty shorts, though. So
That's
the ranger shorts.
the requestable. It's... God, how do I get out of here?
You can't get out of the door.
There we go. I don't know if that's optimal there, but made it
Oh
out.
my god.
It's a shame that the signs don't flap when you go through them like that. That seems like such a freebie from an animation standpoint to make these flap like a little doggy door.
Xisuma, did
Yeah,
it
that's
produce anything? Did it?
I'm standing.
shelf
There's
box?
like all this comical stuff going on, but like I'm deeply torn with like, is my red? Is it broken again? There's always.
Let's take a look. Let me get in here. Let me get some dust.
Yeah,
Let the
Scar
master
can
check it
fix
out.
it.
Remember, Scar, flick as many switches as you see.
There's always
Oh,
some
yeah.
stupid edge case, like like a chicken wanders in and lays an egg in a hopper, and then the whole thing breaks. Oh my god, I can't tell what went wrong. It
can't
kind of
believe
looks.
you
It kind of looks
made
like it did work.
You made a broken
Really?
farm.
Yeah, there's no signs of it being broken.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it just
Why?
didn't function. You know, other than that, it's great.
Well, hang on. Is it? Oh my god, we just didn't wait long enough. It worked. Let's head back out there.
Oh, it just hadn't dispensed it yet.
Yeah, can you see it in the middle of the room?
Wait, how
Oh,
did it
it-
appear in the middle of the room?
Whoa,
pop on.
okay. I thought it was gonna pop
Alright, let's
out
test
like
this
one
out.
or two potions, but it gives you an entire
Ow.
shulker.
It's
hurt.
missing. Wait, did someone took
Scar
it
took
right?
one out.
Thank
I took
goodness.
one
Thank
out.
goodness. It
I drank
works. It still works. So
That's cool.
it's got a control panel though.
These
so like,
are terrible.
Spicy potions.
if you pick glowstone, right, like, and then you pick redstone, it'll cancel out the glowstone because that don't work.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
can only have one of the two.
It's got a few other edge cases like that. Like if the potion down here
That's-
don't work,
it looks
one
like
of
you're
those over
holding
there,
them,
it
Scar.
works.
That's so perfect.
Right, let's put that to one side.
Anything from the bar, gentlemen? Step forward.
Oh man.
All right,
Yeah, now I am serving drinks.
my time has come. I have to leave. I've got family obligations.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye, Jeff.
Thanks for
Thank
joining
you
us,
for showing
dude.
off your base.
Have some pork.
Yo, Uni
Bye,
Gummy.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
See ya.
you
Oh, hold on.
for
I
what was
have
that
anything
10
else I
gifted
can
subs?
give you? I got a trident from that guy. on
4
the
minutes
ground.
ago.
can
Thank you
have
so
that
much,
too.
my dude. Appreciate your
That was when
generosity.
we were over
Thank
the
you.
sugarcane farm.
How am I getting gifts? I love it. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay, I
we're
must
just
go.
glad
Actually,
you made
could
it,
use
Scar.
that trident.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
guess-
guys, bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess
Bye,
I
Jeff.
should also say to anyone who
Actually, needed a
is
trident.
gifted a sub or subscribes
Woo!
with Prime,
Well, that worked out great then.
you can join our community. You can join our Discord server and a Minecraft server. It gives you access
So
for a
yeah,
month.
so Scar,
to those things.
since you
Ask
missed
in
the
chat if you're
brief- Yeah,
interested.
we're doing the World
Thank you
Tour
again,
weekend.
Unigummy.
We've got 2 3-hour blocks during which any hermit can drop in, one today and one tomorrow, and show off what they've been working on. Jev showed off his stuff first, then Xisuma showing us Loglands and this potion thing. X, do you have anything else that you'd like to show us?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah.
Cool. So, Scar, would you like to see what I've been working on, or would you like to showcase what you've been working on? And what's
No,
up
whatever you
next
want,
for
Joe.
to see?
Just showed up. Just showed up. Whatever you feel like. You're the leader, the host.
Okay, yeah, if you guys don't mind, I'll show you what I've been working on this season. We can go through the nether portal here and head to Hermit Homedale. I mean, I worked on some other stuff over here in the gaming district, like the TCG arena and stuff, but I feel like the viewer, or
Yeah.
not the arena, the TCG shop, but I feel like the viewers have already seen that. So right through the portal here.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Scar,
repairing my wings quickly.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, oh man. Cortex, the modder who made the Voxy mod, made a modified version of it that I tested the other day, where it puts the overworld at 1/8 scale coming down from the top of the skybox in the nether. So, like, wherever a portal is, you can look up and see what's there. I don't have it installed right now because it was super glitchy, but it was so cool.
Oh wow.
I couldn't quite understand. Like, just say it one more time. See if I can like visualize it.
Okay, so visualize that when you look up, there's a map of the overworld that corresponds with wherever you're standing.
Oh.
So, like, and it's at 1/8 scale, and it's coming down. And it's not just a 2D Minecraft map, but it's like a full 3D render of the overworld in the distance.
Like, is
And-
it like directly above you, like flipped?
And it's directly above you, like flipped, and so it does make text look mirrored. Like the season 10 logo you have would be backwards because it's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was checking that out the other day. It is not stable enough to probably make it into the mainline Voxy mod. It was just something Quarks was messing around with.
That is fascinating idea.
Yeah, the way B-dubs' arches and stuff all lead the eye upward ends up working perfectly with it to like frame it. So yeah, I'm hoping that ends up being a mod in the future that we can use, because it's also super great. Because let's say you're on the roof of the nether and you see a random portal and you're like, where does this go? You just look straight up and it's like, oh, this is a desert. Oh, this must be a mining desert portal. What about this one? Oh, this is a mesa. Must be a mining mesa portal. That sort of thing. But yeah. Anyway, so if you guys want to follow me this way out toward Hermit Homedale, the reason I bring that map concept up is because I had actually made a 1/8 scale map of the entire build area here early on this season. It took me about 17 hours of just placing blocks to get all this snow and carpet and stuff down here. And I was like, okay, and now I'm going to do something 8 times larger. You know, okay. That'll fill the season.
Yo, more bricks,
But yeah,
77,
the
thank you
difference
for
between
74
being able to
months.
look
I hit
straight
something.
up and seeing how
Whoops.
the corresponding stuff worked compared to my model of it was really cool. Assuming, did we lose you?
Yeah, I flew into something and then smacked into the ground, and
Yeah,
I'm
Scar
a
and I are
professional
over here.
Minecrafter. It's normal.
Yeah, we're
You
over
need
at
a
the
hand,
Welcome
Xisuma?
Center portal.
I'm in the right place, I think. Are you
We're
in
at the
central
Welcome Center
portal?
portals, Xisuma. Yeah, the Welcome Center portal is the really tall one.
Okay, I think I know what it is.
I'm shooting off fireworks, but of course the firework render distance.
Wait, are you in the
Nope.
overworld?
We're in the Nether. I can see you from where I'm standing. Hi, X. You're looking right at us.
Hey!
Zoom Zoom, we're right here, Zoom Zoom.
I'm here. I made it.
Okay.
Yay.
So this welcome center is not yet done. But yeah, so the idea is that the welcome center here, it kind of combines some more modern national park stuff with the glass, which ties it in with the main building design, and then the back side of it looks more lodgy. Inside of there, we're gonna have a big map that shows off all the attractions, as well as little like decked out style nooks that showcase the attractions. That once again is not complete yet, My big thing that I just finished this week, though, is the land claim office. You see these like big fluid vats over here?
Mm-hmm.
Above that, up the hillside, is the land claim office. If you'd like to join me up here.
I have a question, Joe. Do you like the snow settling on your builds?
I've made peace with it. I've been experimenting with different ways to play with it, sometimes using string, sometimes using lighting. I've decided for skylights I'm going to put string on top of them, but I'm going to let the rest of it probably go. But in real life, though, a lot of times skylights lose enough heat from inside the building that they would melt the snow, so that feels kind of right, you know?
I think it would drive me mad, like, and it just covers so much space because the biome is everywhere, right? Like, dude, the space, the pixel art thing that I've been doing.
Yeah.
I started placing glass at the top of the world to stop the snow, and then I was like, how much glass do I need? I like burned through a couple of shulker boxes, and then I was like, this is mad.
I was going to ask if you wanted help putting more glass up there. If you guys come in through here, though, this is the land claim office. Remember I told you, Xisuma, that the map of this area was 13 by 13? Yeah.
It's wild.
Pretty big. Yeah,
Yo,
we're in like...
That is huge.
Look what happened. See, this is it. This is it right here. Like, it all
there's
got
your
covered
game
in
over sign.
snow.
I know. I was going to go through there with a water bucket once we got the thing properly glassed, but I wasn't sure if you had stopped glassing it because you ran out of energy or because you decided you glassed.
Well,
so I can help you finish the glass up there.
Here's the thing. Like, I was kind of thinking, you remember we had the whole thing with using carpets? Then I was like, what if someone wants to come over here and use more colors? But because I started with like retro pixel art, it kind of like suited the limited color palette. So what I might do is actually just go over this with carpets. I guess I would have to do all of the black as well.
Yeah, you'd have to fill in the black with carpet too. If you
I'll finish doing the glass then. That'll be the way to do it. But yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is the first interior space in this entire project that's actually like kind of finished. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I've got a bunch of land claim banners for people to grab, because if you look at the map here, there's a bunch of yellow banners that mark where people can claim land. I've also posted a map on the Hermitcraft Discord server that has like the names of each of these, so if you wanted to claim something here, all you do is just take a piece of paper out of this box, put it in the anvil, name it with like, let's say you wanted to claim, so this would be Wedge 5. So there's actually an example in here of Xisuma W5 because, you've already claimed Wedge 5. And there's an example paper for Cub that says Cub Wedge 3 or W3. So the idea is that different hermits can come in here and start building whatever they want. They can claim stuff whenever they have an idea that doesn't fit with everything else they're doing. Because, like, this late in the season, people get really particular about their eye lines and stuff. So, for example, Jev, he's put all this thought into how he wants his whole build to come together. But he also wants to build a 40-foot wide base statue of Sal somewhere on the server.
Perture, thank you for the prime. Ace599, thank you for the prime as well.
He's going to come by and record with me.
If y'all want to join the community, ask in chat, they'll direct you to the right place.
He can just build his statue of Sal over here and not worry about it being an eyesore for Ren's base or messing up his existing build. This is like an overflow pressure relief valve for weird ideas that as the server continues its season, things kind of get cooked into place, and then stuff that doesn't fit, where does it go? Lots of space out here. All of these big fields are also available for people to claim if somebody has a crazy idea that needs a ton of space. They could claim this entire village over here if they needed a village for something. The pools are up for claim. It's all available. And it's relatively close to World Spawn. It seems far, but like I said, it's actually just your Season 10 logo is like right here, basically.
What is this over here, Joe? These roads. Is this roads leading to?
So on the actual real building, because this is based on the Bell Labs campus designed by Finnish-American architect Eero Saarinen, back in like the 1960s. The main road that led into here, there's a water tower right here that right there is where the water tower is. And so these are the main roads that would approach the building.
Okay.
And so I've got that water tower finally built. My original plan for the season was that water tower would be my starter base, and then I would build everything else outward from there. When we had talked about doing kind of like a wedge-shaped season, where we'd all claim like different wedges, I was like, well, this will be the part that's close to town, and then as my wedge expands out, I would do like this thing with the big oval. But yeah, I ended up kind of shuffling things around quite a bit, and yeah.
You mentioned that this building was like finished, but is the stone in this room like part of that aesthetic, or?
Yes, so this is built into the cliff face, and it's actually more obvious if you come in from the ground floor here. There's also like this other alcove entirely where it goes like down into this like pool where there's just a horse.
Yeah, when I look at the build from the outside, it's really obvious. Oh, this bit here makes it feel obvious too. Yeah.
Yeah. But because we came in from the flying balcony, it's not quite as clear. But yeah, the idea is that this is supposed to be kind of, connected to the land, But yeah, I've loosely based the footprint. Well, the footprint of this building is based on the water treatment plant for the complex, which is why there's these 4 cylindrical like fluid vats.
Yeah, you've got like the, what do they call it? An oblated circle, like the football oval. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
You got the oval shape here, and then you've got the bit leading up to it from the water tower. But this currently looks like it's just off to the side, or is it part of like a symmetrical pattern? Well,
so all this stuff over here is part of the original layout. These are all the mechanical and service buildings. And so, it's kind of one of those things. The biggest difference I have is that this road that extends out toward B-dubs wasn't part of the main design. But yeah, the mechanical and service buildings were always kind of off to the side here in a weird way. But the idea is that for somebody coming in through the main entrance here, you wouldn't necessarily see all those.
Yeah.
Because these buildings in the real thing, there's like a tree line with a fence and stuff. So it's pretty obvious. You can find it on the satellite imagery. This is one of the things that's really cool about this build is that like I could pull it up in Google Earth and Google Maps and stuff, because it's based on a real place. But the biggest thing I had was the Library of Congress, because this is like a historic place. There is a federally available like landscape architecture map that I was able to build everything based off of. Do you mind if I share that landscaping survey and building survey on your chat as well as mine?
Sure, go for it. How far along with this do you think you are now? Because I can see from up here you've still got like some mountainous terrain to clear and stuff.
Well, so it's hard to say. At this point, now that the land claim office is built, I'm ready to kind of move into the next phase. I've got enough of this cleared out where if people claim particular plots and want help, like some people might say, hey, I really want help clearing out this or flattening this. I'm happy to flatten it. Some people might say, well, actually, I want to use parts of the existing landscape. Like this hill here, the way that this is, this like mountain cuts in, is actually, I think, might be inspiring to some people, right? So we'll kind of see what people want to do and what they like. And okay, yeah, thank you to your moderators for reposting that link.
Wait,
apparently,
who's sleep? Wait. Oh, Cub's on the server. Oh my god, I thought it was just the 3 of us. I'm like looking
Cub
at you
popped
both,
in,
and I'm like, I'm
he-
not sleeping in a bed.
Yeah, he said he couldn't join us today, unfortunately. But
forgot.
hopefully we can catch him tomorrow.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so the big thing is at this point, I'm ready to start handing this off to other people to claim plots, and I'm going to be switching to working on the museum, which is why I've got the skin change. Because
we should try that with Scar. Scar, do you have the skin changing mod active?
I was gonna say, if I change my skin,
yeah, I do. Yeah.
Can you see me switching skins? Like now I'm the Juppet, Captain Curator Juppet, and now I am the Beetlejuice, Professor Beetlejuice.
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Really?
Did you see him?
No, it doesn't work for me.
But I'm looking at it in game. I'm definitely doing.
Yeah, I've had a few glitches with it lately. Yeah, I wonder if there's something odd. Like, I've had an issue where it not showing up in flashback or switching here, then not there. I don't know. I've had a few little glitches. It's so fun when it's working.
It not
Yeah.
showing up
Such a
in
cool mod.
flashback kind of like makes sense because it might need something to make those two things compatible, right? But
Yeah.
they often I don't know. Yeah, I got a feeling like that mod is going to need to know about the skin changing thing to make it happen. Sometimes
The issue was like I had to manually change in the Minecraft.net and then go on this. It was very convoluted. Like there's a few wires got crossed. So yeah, I've had a few issues with it. It's such a cool mod. I just yeah.
we should
sometimes works.
we should communicate with the model for better, like let them know because
Yeah.
they added in the hotkey thing for us.
I'm loving the hotkey thing.
yeah.
It's just frustrating you guys can't see it.
I'm making a note.
Yeah, it's such a cool mod. Like this is a game changer. Just a few little glitchies.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you guys feel up for me flying you out to show you some
Did
of the
that
stuff?
work?
You're still in tuxedo mode.
Okay, yeah. So for some reason, it's not allowing us to see each other's things. Yeah, that changed for.
'Cause
Oh
we
yeah,
got
now
in-
it's saying I need to reconnect.
We haven't installed server side, right? Like, whatever to make a multiplayer.
We do, yeah. We've got it on the server.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
no,
let's
it
go.
didn't work.
Rejoin the group scar. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
strange. Yeah, there's some kind of little glitch going on. Maybe that's server side too. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, do you mind if I fly you out to show some of this stuff?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Cool. So yeah, if we go down and out here, I've been working extensively on trying to make this connect to B-Dubs' area in a way that will look cool.
I'm lost.
'Cause
We both
Sorry.
went the wrong way.
I went out the front door. Sorry, I'm still out the front door. Hi, I'm over here at the crossroads. Yeah, so this is the crossroads. I did claim banner, like banners that say the word claim there to like help people find the land claim office.
I claimed
but
the
yeah,
building.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you wanted to
Claim
punch
the
it up
claim
a little
building.
bit,
Oh dear.
I'd be happy for the help. Yeah, so B-Dubs' stuff is all out here. And so we've got this little village kind of halfway between B-Dubs and myself where, Xisuma, if you're looking for a late game project and you're like, oh, I want to renovate a village or something.
Ooh, I spent a lot of time in that village. Ooh,
Yeah,
bad memories. Bad memories.
in this village?
Yeah.
Was
That's
this
where I
you
do
were,
my
like, hunting me?
raids to get Vindicators and Ravagers and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to, B-Dubs and I have both like been like, do you want to do something here? Do you want to do something here? Because yeah, part of the goal of this world tour is also to show other people like opportunities for stuff for them to do. So yeah, if you decide you wanted to upgrade this village, feel
I'm
free.
building a zoo. I'm max capacity out.
I'm max capacity as well. Okay, so yeah, the idea is that this path goes north from the village here, and then inside the cave is where it's going to transition to the frog lights. And then you'd be able to follow that frog light path all the way from B-Dubs' place through these ice spikes here. The welcome center would be right in front of you when you come down that path. Once again, it's not done yet, but I'm hoping to have nooks for all the different attractions. And we're going to have some little buildings over here with like enchanting stations and stuff. But as people come out this way more, we've got multiple wedge plots that are the big ones that I've fully cleared out, so those are available whenever. The main museum here is in the center, but I want to come back to that after we visit the water tower first. So if you guys remember where the water tower was, kind of to the northeast, I'm flying that way now.
I'm following
Yeah,
you.
I'm behind you.
You guys are a ways ahead of me. I can see you. Yeah, the map.
Yeah,
you
so
can
this
kind of
water-
you pick up a lot from the map, right? You know. Now flying out here, it kind of you get an intuition for where to go.
Yeah, and
there's the tower. Okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
so the water tower, this is pretty close to how it actually looks. It's based on a transistor where it's got 3 legs, because Bell Labs did a lot of research around transistors. So yeah, I finished this. This is going to be featured in my next episode. It hasn't been in an episode yet, but on plenty of streams, so it's not like a huge spoiler. But yeah, from here, I'm not sure with your render distances if you can see the main building and everything, but
I can't.
I imagine it looks very cool.
Yeah, it was designed to because you've got the 2 reflecting pools leading up to the main building, and I can with Voxymod I can actually see the Welcome Center and Doc's Flood and Tango's Blimp and all that from here too.
Dang.
Tango's blimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I can see all the way to Xisuma's.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just
I can see
looked
the
on. Yeah,
games
you can see
district.
the Death Scar and
Yeah, you
Cub's
can see the
firework
Death Star,
rocket.
Cubs fireworks.
I need to see this.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
I'll
streaming.
keep it. I'll keep it going. I'm streaming if you want to. I know there's a 15-second delay, so I'll hold on to this for a little while. But yeah, you can see the 2 roads kind of have like a little hourglass shape and then go out before they meet the
Oh,
oval.
it's gonna play
There's
an
the 2
ad.
reflecting pools. Oh,
Dang it.
What's
That
wrong,
that doesn't matter, Joe.
okay. It's okay. I'm still holding the shot, but
Oh, and
yeah,
hang
this-
on, wait. I can mute. I think I can mute the audio before it plays.
you can mute the tab.
That's the one. Mute tab. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Doc's flood blocks my base entirely.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sorry,
right
Scar.
there. I'm right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. The moire on the thing is a little rough, but
Huh.
Yeah.
And,
But yeah, so you-
Joel's City, I can see that too. Yeah.
oh yeah. And Death Scar, Jevon's area that we visited earlier with his industrial bit is all visible out there. XB Crafted's base is sticking out
I was
of the
gonna
sea
say, is
out
that
this-
XB space?
Yeah,
I've
that's
only been
XB's
there
base
via
right there.
portal. I didn't even know it was in that location.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing about Voxymod is it really helps you just like get a sense of where everything is on the server. So when I'm like, oh man, I need to get some acacia wood, for example, I just fly up to the glass above Xisuma's game over sign, and then I just look around the server from that high up, and I go, oh, there's acacia wood over there, 2,000 blocks away, and I just start flying toward it. You
Yeah.
know, it's the best. It just really. The thing is, I had to fly around the server in an outward spiral to cache all the chunks, but like now that they're cached, I can see really far.
Does it ever
But,
feel
yeah.
like it's a bit much? Because I remember I was doing something with Bobby once and I got the view distance cranked up. I think it was on a single player world, and it kind of at times, maybe it was just because I wasn't used to it, but it just felt like it's something unnatural about seeing that distance. Like obviously we're playing, you know, in a virtual world, so there's like the uncanny valley or whatever they call it. It felt a little
Yeah.
bit like that, like as if there's no way I could see that far, but I can, right?
So the thing is, in real life, you would be able to see this far. Like,
I thought
these things are not very far away.
Well,
You can see miles and miles away from if you're up high.
true. I thought
real
you were
life.
going to go in the opposite direction because IRL, like if you look into the distance, the surface of the Earth is curved, and therefore you're not going to see across the Atlantic Ocean and see some skyscrapers in New York City. You know, like
No, you can't see skyscrapers across the Atlantic Ocean, but like the entire main area of the server is like 4 miles away from anything at most. You can see 4 miles.
Do you know
You
what?
know?
We need a mod that now subtly curves the rendering so that stuff in the distance drops down. That,
you know,
that would
honestly,
probably
it
be
might
trippy.
be something Cortex could work on.
Oh, that
Um,
would be insane if they could do something like that.
But yeah, that's the sort of thing that would be a logical extension of Voxy because you wouldn't need the curvature applied to anything in the nearby chunks. But yeah, let me get my trident out so I can fly easier from the water here. But yeah, so from the yeah, let's let night stay for a minute. But you can see the Froglight roads here really come in to their own at night. That was just a happy accident. I didn't originally plan to light the outlines of the roads like this, but Etho offered me Froglights in exchange for stone, and I've mined over 3 million stone for this project because there was a mountain range here. But yeah, talking about this oval, the major diameter of this oval is 900 meters. The minor diameter of this oval is 600 meters. So, like, this is huge.
And that's to scale IRL, right?
This is 1-to-1 to scale IRL. I took that landscape architecture map that I linked in your chat earlier, and I basically said, okay, so it's got a scale on the map, so I just made 100 meters on the map, 100 pixels in my art program, and then I dragged the corner of the map to the corner of the like border between me and B-dubs, and was like, okay, so this corner of the map is now this corner of my land, and now I'm gonna start building. I rotated it so north was north, and I went at it. People have asked me, Joe, why wouldn't you make this building like straight?
Yo.
But realistically,
Chinglish
a box
Finn,
that
thank you very
is
much.
a quarter-mile long
Thank you.
would look terrible if it
You
was
missed the
built
earlier stream. It's
on the
available on
grid,
Xisuma says
right?
if you want
Like,
to go
I
watch
feel
it, my
like
dude.
the
Thanks for your support.
like when this building was built, it was the largest mirrored glass building in the world, and it was pretty impressive. But it's a quarter-mile long rectangle. In Minecraft, just building a quarter-mile long rectangle isn't gonna do too much for people. I feel like having it on the diagonal though, so it's actually properly oriented with its real north-south orientation, is kind of cool. If you guys want to meet me in the front of the building at the main entrance, I can take you inside and show you kind of what I'm planning on doing in there. Because that's my next big phase. Now that I'm ready to hand off all the plots to other hermits, I'm going to be focusing my effort inside the building. So I'm in the front by the portal in the pond, if you want to catch up. Okay, I see Scar, and there is X. Yeah. So, yeah, in the real building, this would be the main entrance. There's like a parking lot here and stuff like that. And you go through some doors here, and there's a lobby. And this is pretty close. This is not exactly perfect, but this is pretty close to what you'd actually see when you came into the building. There's a little
Welcome,
reception
sir.
desk.
What
May
does
I
this?
direct
What does
you?
this building do? Like, what's its function?
So when it was originally designed, it was intended to be the Bell Labs Research and Development Campus.
Got it.
They were doing a ton of stuff with transistors, radio, antennas, all sorts of
Would you
technology.
like
and
to speak with
electronics.
Mr. Bell?
I would like one research, please.
Your
Oh.
research has produced the rocket.
Yay!
Enjoy your
Mr.
ride.
Bell's compliments.
Ow!
Yep.
Oh, I'm
So,
almost out
All
of
praise
rockets
Mr.
that have been
Bell.
flying around
All
so
praise
much.
Mr. Bell.
Oh, I've got plenty extra if you want. They do.
Oh,
explode.
thank you. Oh, no, thanks. I'll go on foot.
But yeah, so this building was originally a research and development campus, and so inside of each of these areas was like a bunch of different labs, and they all had to be isolated from each other so the experiments wouldn't interact, and also so if one blew up or caught fire, it wouldn't burn down the entire building.
What kind of experiments were they doing?
All sorts of stuff.
Oh
you,
my
you
God.
start running enough electricity through anything, and there's a fire risk, right?
Oh my god!
You
So
know.
they were just mucking around, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's also part of the
You know,
reason
air
that this
quote
was
research and development, air quotes. Got it.
This is also part of the reason it was built in so far away from everything. Like, there's a ton of empty space around the building. So that way, also, like, if they were doing radio experiments or things like that, there wouldn't be interference from other places, you know, that sort of thing. So in the real building, the entire thing is, like, 5 stories high internally the whole way. I've decided for mine, because I'm going to reinterpret this as a museum that has exhibits about electronics and about the electromagnetic spectrum. So the plan is to have the Juppet do the east side of the building as the curator, focused on the electromagnetic spectrum. So if we come like up and over here, I've kind of got this set up. You see how one of these platforms is really red and then this one's kind of bluish? The electromagnetic spectrum will sweep around the building. So we'll go radio, microwave, infrared, so stuff like the Sphere X probe or the Webb Space Telescope, which studies near infrared, will have like little museum exhibits about them through here. Visible light will be down in the center here. I'm gonna have to finish the roof.
Can we get some James Webb images on the wall? That'd be cool. Like you get
That
bring
would
them
be
into
cool.
like paintings.
Well, if I have enough time,
It
I'd
can
love
be
to do them
done.
as maps in game. But
Yeah, that'd be fancy.
I've been looking at a few different ways. It kind of depends on how much time I have toward the end of the season. Because, like, if we have a few extra weeks, I'll be like, oh, cool, I'll get those maps in. And if not, I'll be like, well, you know, I got the probe built in 3D. So, yeah, like, ultraviolet light would be here, like, probes and stuff that study that, telescopes. Then we move on to, like, microwaves and gamma rays as we sweep around. So, yeah, this whole thing will be full of exhibits about that, curated by the Juppet. And then the other side of the museum is going to have kind of a different tone, focused on like electronics components like diodes, resistors, transistors, capacitors, batteries, switches, some basic stuff with electronic logic, you know, like NOT gates, OR gates, AND gates that you'd see in Redstone. And so that's going to be over here. And I haven't really figured out the exact layout for the exhibits on this side, though. I do need to get the rest of the roof on. I need to get the rest of the skylights in. But, you know, this is one of those projects where I intended for this to last the whole season, and it's definitely lasting the whole season.
I like your
Yeah, so
plants over here. These are very cool. With the
Thank you. Yeah.
green and orange together.
Yeah, these are, there are actually trees like this. Not exactly like this, but there are trees and this fountain in the real building, too. It's been really cool doing a building where I can, like, look at Google Maps pictures from, like, the inside and stuff. And I'm obviously changing a lot of things, but I'm trying to take certain elements that are cool visually and incorporate them.
Yeah, I mean, this is, like, to scale somewhat on a... If a meter is a block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then this is sort of to scale. Is that correct?
This is exactly to scale.
Okay.
This building in real life is a 1/4 mile long, and in game, this building is a 1/4 mile long.
So if you guys come to where I am, I gotta. This is like not a question of your building, Joe. I think this is a question of Minecraft in general. But I'm not sure that I feel like I'm in a room right now that is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories tall. It looks like each one is 4 meters. So like 20 plus another 5. Like that is 20. The roof is like 25 meters above.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if am I making sense?
It does make sense. Now, the thing is, because of the isolation they wanted for the labs, they are slightly higher than traditional stories for normal buildings. And this is also to scale vertically. If you go on like Google Maps and you look at like 360 panorama pictures from like standing right here.
Okay,
right?
what do I type to get that?
So nowadays this place is called Bell Works, and it's in Homedale, New Jersey. But like, yeah, this is actually the biggest difference is there's no railings on my little walkways. But yeah, if you stood here and looked up, it's pretty accurate.
I'm getting some images that are okay. Okay, I think I've got the right. In fact, yes, I've definitely got the right one. I'm seeing this block that is in front of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those are the vertical transportation shafts. That's where the stairs and the elevators and also the bathrooms are, or the main bathrooms. I just find it really odd, like how the scale. It's the uncanny valley thing again of like 3D visuals and stuff. It's because it's perfectly to scale. Yeah, it feels. I feel like it feels smaller. Mm-hmm. Well,
I think it's our perception of size in Minecraft. Like,
yeah,
we're standing next to meter blocks, but that just looks like a foot sometimes to us in scale.
Yeah, and then there's also some weird stuff with the railings missing from the walkways, throws things off. It's
the level of detail has to be different, right? Like, especially with these like slabs that you've got here, that represents 1/2 meter, which is probably like a lot thicker than it would be.
Yeah. And I can't do so much with the scale on stuff like that. That's going to be just how it is. But yeah, so I'm hoping that basically my plan for the rest of the season is to fill this with a bunch of cool exhibits about space and the electromagnetic spectrum, as well as about electronics. And then I'll be working in here so I can go visit other hermits as they're working on stuff.
It's a great opportunity to put something very like educational into the world download that will have like significant value, I think, you know, to come and explore and learn.
Yeah, and part of it too is like I've been wanting to do more stuff like that since last season. I plan on doing a whole thing about electronics with the pinball machine, and I just ran out of time.
Yeah.
Because the pinball machine was so huge. And so this time I was like, screw that, I'm not going to build something from bedrock to build height. I guess I'll just do something kind of wide. And then, like, I've spent, like, 15 months on this and, like, still don't have the roof on, because like this whole project has been so huge. But
Joe, I think whatever you do next season, right? Like you should pick something that's done in a month, and then when it's done, like pick another thing that takes a month. You know?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something closer to what Jevin did this season. I might try and find a bed because this is not a spawn-proof area, but I might do something closer to what Jevin did this season, where it's like I focus on highly detailed individual areas and sight lines and usability.
I like that.
I don't have anything in particular in mind yet, but like I like to cycle through what sort of muscles I'm flexing mentally with my builds, and so. You know, I knew this season, well, Bobby Mod was out last season, and I didn't have it at the beginning of the season, so I didn't plan around it. So I was like, well, with Bobby Mod existing now, I should do something really wide and really take advantage of the extended view distance. And I had no idea that Voxy was going to come out and blow Bobby out of the water.
So now next season, you got to do something that spans, like, 1,000 chunks.
Yeah, but the way to do that might be, for example, to build a fleet of ships.
Yeah,
right, that are like spaced out, where I'm doing detail work on the individual ships, but like, you know, as you can see them in the distance on the ocean or something. Like, I don't think I want to do something that's like, okay, let's remove 3 million blocks worth of stone again.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there was a mountain range here.
Each little thing takes like 3 weeks. It's complete. It's done. Get the satisfaction of completing something, but slowly building it into something bigger that can be scaled in size depending on time and energy. So that's how I design my things. So it's all dependent, right? It can get bigger, it can stay the same, but it doesn't like look half finished or something.
Yeah, because this definitely looks half finished, and I'm pretty sure that I'm on track to having it done by the end of the season. Like, I've knocked out most of the big outdoor landscaping stuff as of like yesterday, because having this world tour planned is hugely motivating for me. I'm one of those people who I'm not always good at remembering to clean, but man, when we have company coming tomorrow, I am just knocking it all out, you know? And so, yeah, I kind of see these world tours as like, oh yeah, company's coming. Gotta get everything polished off real quick. But yeah. So, Scar, speaking of your train, do you mind taking us over to your area and showing us what you are up to?
Sure. Which way? Dude, I'm like lost in this building. It's huge.
It's
I'm
out
like,
this
wait,
way,
which
Scar.
direction?
Yeah, this way. Yeah, did you guys have any other questions?
Oh my
God, fly away.
No, jeez. I didn't see there was glass.
Yeah, I got caught by that too. Oh my god.
Do you have connected textures on too, Xisuma?
I don't, but I still managed to smack my face into the glass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be a bigger problem with that, right? Are we using the nether portal?
No, I was gonna
portals are
just
for
fly
nerds.
over B-dubs because I wanted to show how this all can. You know, we did kind of check out that village before, but like, this actually does connect in a really pleasing way.
So to the village. Wait, is the village towards the tower, the water tower?
No, the water tower is.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
We want to go.
Oh dear.
It's okay. Remember where the welcome center and the where all the maintenance buildings were?
Yes, I know where to go.
Map?
I got it now.
Yeah.
I got my bearings.
So the
I'm
maintenance
lost.
building.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, there we go. Start going. Oh, there's V-Bills. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm flying toward B-dubs now. I'm over the liquid vats. In real life, the liquid vats were all just water, but I decided to do lava, slime, honey, and water for mine here.
All right, I'm on track.
Yeah, and then this is one of those projects where it's kind of like your Scarland or your zoo, where it's like, if somebody's like, oh, actually, maybe we should do the season for an extra 3 months, I'd be like, okay, I've got plenty of space to work and more I can always add on. But, you know, there's always something to do with a project.
True, dude. Thank you for 38 months.
Yeah, in the old days,
Appreciate it, my
felt
dude.
like,
Thank you,
for
thank you,
at least
thank
for the
you.
first few seasons, we kind of had like a year plus, maybe a few months. So my bases were always designed kind of around that, and then we kind of went to more of a dynamic model of seasons, kind of how it felt. So it kind of like started designing bases that can be like added on, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like you can continue to expand here or there.
Yeah, and I'm really, really impressed with how the UFO fits in with your burning tree and stuff over here. With this house
Oh,
being
the
pulled out,
dangling
that's
animals just
amazing.
loaded in. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
This is a great way to incorporate all the new animals too.
I don't have all of them up there, but last night I got all the sheep and started getting all the pigs in it. So we got to go to the front of the park. We can't start at the back. Come on, guys.
Where do you want us to
Jeez,
land?
wait.
Where do you want us to land?
Oh, well, what do
my
you want to look
God.
at? Do you want to look at the train or the zoo?
Well, it's your showcase. This is your segment, Scar. You control our destiny.
Okay. Well, we can look at the train from. Let's start at the front here. Go where Green's wheat field is, and then we can walk under the big tree.
Okay. Big tree. I'm assuming is the.
It's the stump. It's over by Green's wheat fields.
I can't believe how good those trees look. Like
Oh,
the whole
red,
blocking the
orange
light,
stuff.
and it's just so clever. It's so clever, Scar.
Where's this?
Oh,
Over here, Zoom.
ah, ah,
Don't die, Zuma. Don't die.
I must live. Oh, it's two of them now. Where'd the other guy come
What is
from?
going on?
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I live to fight another day. Don't worry.
I was gonna say I don't carry ranged weapons, so I don't really have. I don't carry a sword either. I just
where are
hit
you
stuff with my
guys?
trident or run. We're by the orange tree, the like tree stump that's like burned down. Not the burning one, but like there's like a lightning hit redwood, kind of out toward Greens.
Huh.
Zuma. Oh my God, Zuma! I can see you. Zuma. Turn towards Cherry Mountain. Turns towards Cherry Mountain.
Okay.
Yay! We're over here. Hello. Over here.
Oh
Zuma,
my
we're
God,
staring
that
at
took me
you.
too long. Yo, my eyes are
that's funny.
tired. I was like awake for almost 48 hours straight yesterday, and
Why is that?
at the end of the day, like everything was a bit blurry, and even today,
Oh,
my
no.
eyes still feel a bit ugh.
Oh no.
Oh,
So this is called the Scarred National. So there's a few bases within bases. So this is the Scarred National Forest, and it's my little national park kind of with big redwoods. So like in California, there's, or at least there used to be, or is now still, a tree that you can drive your car through. The tree is so big you
Whoa.
can drive your car through.
that's crazy.
So that's the big redwood tree. And then each one of the little spots is there's thought thought of like you come here and you can kind of look out and you can see a little bit of the zoo, a little bit of the portal, and then the train. And if you walk up this pathway, all the sight lines are kind of thought through a bit. So the pathway kind of gives way up onto the archway that goes over the creek, and then you get the big shot of the train. And when you're in here, you're so deep into the national forest, you can't see the zoo, basically. So when you look over there, you can't see it.
That is very, very smart. Like when I see the wall, I kind of have like an expectation of it going around, around more of the build, but it is just that one front bit, and I can see now you got a tree on either side. So
yeah, it blocks it completely.
Completely
So
hidden.
it doesn't mess with the sight lines of the train at all.
And then as you come this way, this tree then takes over that job. And then Only to about
you can see
here.
it a little, but it's but it maintains the look. So from the train all the way to the portal, and just gives it a little bit more of like that immersive feeling. So the train itself is a time jumping, portal jumping, Scarverse train of excellence, and it can traverse the multiverse. And I just ride it around, collecting mobs, saving mobs, bringing them here to the zoo. And then each car from the engine downwards. So the first car is the feeding car for the carnivores. So there's a fish tank. There's obviously a big old hunk of meat there rotating. And then, as you know, with seasons, things get added that you didn't anticipate, like the mail car. I didn't know I was going to have a mail car. So the mail car went there. And then next to it is the herbivore car. So that's a big greenhouse with all the food for those animals. And then down at the back here this is kind of the car that's just full of mobs. So you can see there's giraffes poking their head out. There's fish for not eating purposes. In this one, and then this also doubles as my storage car. This is my storage room, and all the interiors are decorated. And then on the back, this was where my mob farm was going to go. So this is kind of representing all of like the hostile mobs. So if the first car with the giraffe is the passive mob car, this is the mob car with all of the hostile mobs.
Yeah, I hear the witch.
And there's supposed to be a vindicator up in that little square, and I've been meaning to do that forever. I did want to actually make this into a mob farm, but I just never quite got to it. And then, of course, this is like a tunnel that the train had just come through. And then
And that
up
tunnel
above
is
us,
a mob farm.
yeah, that is a mob farm. If you fly up to the top, this is the train car. So this, oh my god,
Sorry.
this is my like actual like house on the server. So this is where the zookeeper, train driver, whatever, this is where he lives. It's got a bedroom, it's got a kitchen, it's got all sorts of little things. And then in the interior, you can see the multiverse that I have all my characters live in. So you can see all the hats on the hat rack. And then
that's really
these are my
this-
real life paintings.
This
and
is
stuff like that.
amazing. This little bit right here with the dyes, and the brush, and the
And
bottle.
you said these are your real life paintings. Like you imported these into the game, but these are things you scanned or took pictures of that you actually painted.
I took a picture and then wonkily added them into Minecraft in 2012, and I'm like, you know what? I should find that texture back, and I found it. I think if I were to redo it, I would have the like some of these trees are a little bit they're a little bit rotated. They're a little askew. That's because the way I just didn't know what I was doing back then when I put them in Minecraft. So I would probably scale them better, but
Dude, it looks
they're all
incredible.
oil paintings.
It would be cool to do something like, you know how what we do a hiatus between seasons? It would be cool to say like, hey guys, between seasons, anybody who wants to paint something and then send us a picture of your painting, you know, let's kick off the season with a collection of our own artwork built into the
I
you know,
think
texture pack.
you want to just look at more ways of bringing our other stems of creativity into Minecraft, because it might be painting, it might be drawing. I've been doing a
Could
lot of
be your
music.
music.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
and I had this thought on holiday of like making another Hermit a theme song. Maybe it's like on my little list of ideas to do.
That's
See,
neat.
that would be the sort of thing that would be a good like ongoing series within a season where you're like, okay guys, I've been working on one theme song for each hermit. You know,
Yeah, that's-
this episode we've got skizzes.
Well,
you know?
that's where I kind of like drew the line, because with music, I feel like what I create is like a fair bit different from what would be theme music. And then because like I did the same thing. I went to like I could do one for every hermit, and then it's like now you've like set up something you have to commit to, and I kind of want to like poke around with the idea, but just like if I come up with something really good that suits a hermit, like I'll just do that once, and then if ever it happens again, it happens again. But like I wouldn't want to end up forcing it.
Here's something is maybe you do an episode where you have a bunch of us come pitch you like, hey, here's the sort of music that I think would be a fun theme song for me, and you decide if any of them are worth you making, right? And it's
Yeah,
kind of
like give me ideas, and then I'll see like which
Yeah.
one sparks. Yeah.
Because, like, if somebody came in and was like, I want something that's really jazzy with a bunch of horns, you might be like, well, that'd be cool, but that's not really what I do, so, you know. And if somebody else was like, I want something that sounds like a Green Day song, and you might be like, well, I could maybe do that. It's a little outside my normal wheelhouse, but I could maybe noodle on that, you know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a good way to like spark up some inspiration. Dude, Scott, there is just so much stuff going on up here. Like the spyglass.
I built this pure. This is gonna sound weird, but like sometimes, like I don't know, you build stuff like, oh, this needs to be for the farm, and this needs to be for this, or I need to help somebody build something or whatever. I purely just built this for myself. Like it's so wild and crazy. There's so many like textures and stuff like that. This is just my little like spot on Hermitcraft. I really like it. And there's thought about little bits of detail, like right, these are shades that come down over the window, so little bits of like mechanical stuff to show that these things like retract down, and you can come out here and watch Mumbo. I often do the telescope.
Nice.
But yeah, it's fun because there's I realized that I had created so many little like characters and details over time. So that's why like if you come down, you can see like the Scarland tickets in a case, or the
Yeah.
Hawkeye posters over here, and the hats and stuff. Because I've always tried to kind of very, very vaguely interpret that we bounce between multiverses and seasons in my own world. So it's like I transition to different worlds and then hold like a little tiny bit of what we just left with. But have you been down here, Joe? Head down here, Joe. Head down.
I'm not sure if that's trapped.
It's not trapped.
Okay, well, I mean, it might have been at one point. I don't know if you untrapped it or if somebody else has.
Whoa! Joe, you should definitely step in there. You go
It's
up so
fun.
quick.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, the train station. We gotta go to the train station. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Oh, the train. Wait,
It's the
oh,
building
train
on the
station, got it,
opposite
got
side
it.
of the train. So it's like it looks like Christmas. It's a
Oh,
red and
it's a
green.
Ravager. Yeesh.
Oh yeah,
Here,
Beef
come-
and I
come
had
and
this
give
whole
that guy a
argument
hug.
about what this building was.
Here.
Beef was like, "Oh, Scar's got a little house over here." I'm like, "I'm pretty sure that's a train station."
This is the train station. So a few little things that I really like that I like to do is I've always struggled to try to make an actual log cabin. And man, sorry, my voice is so gargly. These medicines are rough. So this is my newest interpretation. I'm trying to make like a log cabin. So adding depth by sign, trapdoor, sign, trapdoor, sign. Try to give it that little bit more of a cabin feel.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
And then if you
Yes.
step inside, you got the train guy. Got the train guy. Look at the train guy.
Yeah, he
And-
looks like he's got a timetable.
And Hoffman made me the clock up there because I feel like all good train stations need like a clock. So it's based on I think it's the Grand Central Station clock at the information booth in the center of the building.
I don't
And
know. I'm
then
not really...
Hoffman did these pieces of art on the sides. And then there's like a little area for people to sit, wait for their train. I had some fun with the armor stands, like the little hat on the side.
So these
And then on
paintings
this-
you've imported, are they paintings or are they item frame technology? You know, is
I
it?
think they're texture pack magic.
Yeah, but is it like you get a stick and change the value and put it in an item frame?
Oh, it's a pumpkin because pumpkins have the longer render distance.
Ah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Green learned that when he was making his painting, where if it wasn't the pumpkin, like the render distance was like 10 blocks.
Oh,
This is
no.
like a little cargo area, so lots of little notes and stuff stacked on the different parcels going in and out.
Oh, this is interesting. So if you put him on honey, he can't hop over a one-high wall?
Nope, he's stuck.
Dang,
I
that's
didn't
cool.
know that. That's a cool trick.
Yeah, he's hanging out. He loves it. He loves it. Don't let him tell you different.
Yeah,
And-
this is a really cool little luggage cargo room.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a set. Okay, these are the tubes for dangerous mobs. So on this side of the platform, it's all about cargo. So you can see there's bits of cargo. There's mobs being moved off of the train to the zoo. These containment tubes, I've had mobs die in them because it turned out the lightning rod above, the lightning would come down and it would hit and kill the mob
Oh.
inside. So
Oh.
I'm repopulating the tubes right now. So I've got the breeze in there, and I just need to get the charge creeper in the other one. So
I guess that's the thing. If you use that for decoration like you've done over here, it also attracts lightning.
Yeah.
Huh.
it does, yeah. And then what's fun too from the platform is the train's unique on this side. So on this side of the train, you can see there's a dragon on the Hostel Bob car, and on this
Oh,
side
that's cool.
you have like
Its mouth's moving.
an elephant on that
Oh my
side.
god.
A big
Uh-huh.
pumpkin here. So it just gives it extra visual interest if you want to look at the train on both ends.
Is this dirt intentional or is it temporary?
I was trying to line up how I was going to move the minecart into here with the charge
I see,
creeper.
I see.
And then the obsidians that I don't want to kill the breeze.
There's a
Yeah, that
nice
makes
there's a
sense.
nice moment here where like you walk through this bit and as the shape of the building like frames, everything that's inside of it is all you as you just walk out here. Like there isn't a spot, like a single block of anything else, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, there's
And we
there's
keep our-
probably quite a few spots around here like that, right?
Yeah.
Because you change everything, man. Like isn't all of this out here? Was it ocean and you just created land here, or you...
It was a mountain.
A mountain and it's gone?
Yeah, it's gone. It very much. It gone. It gone. So yeah, that's the train platform. This side has like a fish hanging off of it.
Oh boy, there's just so many little details that my brain just glosses past. Like I'm not even. There's so much happening.
It's because we're old, Joe. It's because we're old. All the young whippersnappers out there, they're on it. They're
Well,
just...
I guess, like, I mean this in a good way. It reminds me of, like, a Where's Waldo book where there's just so much information on every page. There's just so many little jokes and visual gags and fun
Oh my
little
god.
bits,
Do you
know?
guys know the downfall meme?
No.
It's like one of the best memes ever. The video of Hitler getting mad about something.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I saw one the other day, and he was like, "Where the f is Waldo?" He's just getting mad because he can't find Wally. It cracked me up. Oh.
Here, come look at my meat. Come look at my meat in here. See, everywhere has like there's little details to find in all the stuff. So obviously, this is the carnivore car, so you need meat to feed them. I had fun like taking the armor stand and putting like bones in it, like it's a big drumstick.
Oh, yeah. The cherry wood there is really great. It's like a big ham.
Yeah, and then the little temperature thing with the compass.
Yeah. Oh, putting
Dude,
the compass on the end of the lightning rod.
I
That's
am-
a great detail.
I am like not trying to make plans for next season or anything, but I'm like trying to like maybe start to like focus on something, and something I keep coming back to is detail. Like I feel like I've never done stuff like this where you really focus in, because I think what a lot of us do is you see something like the bones here and think, oh, I'd never thought of that, but then you have to have a reason to think of it, right? And you're putting in like this extra care to every room to tell the story of it. And like I think if you were to sit down and like knuckle in, like you come up with ideas, right? You look at things that are in the game and it's like, hey, I can get the bone sticking out of the meat, and it just goes such a long way. This is like really striking when you see it.
I did a few of those things over at the greenhouse car. So like on this one, like maybe I got a little crazy. I don't know what people's feelings are sometimes with the audience of, did you get stung?
I got poisoned somehow.
Dude,
Oh,
that bee
weird.
does not like you.
Yeah, what the heck?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what it was. It's your rocket. It exploded and hurt the bee.
Oh no,
so
I'm
it-
sorry, B.
Okay. So over here, like Xisuma, you can see how there's like honeycomb stacked up on the hay bales, and there's like a mini bucket of honeycomb and a big old vat of honey. So I just took like the honey block and like stuck it in there with the armor stand.
This, like,
So it's-
some of this I didn't even notice. Like, I walked into this space and I tried to spot the details, right? And there's so much stuff to look at. But, like, if this carrot thing here fits in so well, like, that your eyes won't be immediately drawn to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you got the balance in so that they're so natural, you don't see them. Have you done something with the you have the sunflowers?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to see if you noticed that.
I didn't, but then as I was talking about other stuff, I'm like, these sunflowers look so big, and
Yeah.
do they always face a particular direction?
Yeah, they always face what is it? South?
Except for this
Or
one.
east.
I think
Yeah.
my
And so, like,
resource pack might rotate them, but here the actual flower is on the opposite side, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm looking at your stream now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one here
but
that's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, so I just wanted to expand them. I've never liked the scaling of the sunflowers in Minecraft. Look at how like the stem is so big compared to the actual flower. Like
Yeah.
the flowers need to be bigger. So I just played with it a little bit.
And this way, like, different sizes and different tilts. I also noticed
Yeah.
that, like, you tilted the honeycomb when it lines up against the hay bale. Like, that's a little extra armor stand work, but, like, it makes sense and it's worth doing. Because it
Yeah,
just
it's like this
right.
over here, like the shovel and the like gardening boots. You gotta have your
I
gardening
didn't even
boots.
see them because they fit in
Oh,
so well.
yeah, they're boots. I thought, I didn't understand that those were boots, but yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I've just always in my family my parents have always had their boots outside the door to go out into the muddy yard. So I've always thought that'd be good. And this one, I guess, like, there's some weird armor standing in here. Like, you can kind of see where, like, I put this flower up on
No,
here.
that is
that's
actually
cool,
brilliant. But I think the problem is you look at it from down here. I think if you were just sort of like seeing that from a slightly higher angle, it looks so cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I made
how
this
did you-
torch flower a little bit bigger.
How did
That's
you
some
get it
small
to
ones.
render like this, Scar? Because if it's in an item frame, it no longer is like it's seen
Oh, I
in
think
a
it's
block.
I think it's. Oh, maybe it's an armor stand. Might be an armor stand.
Yeah, it feels like it would have to be an armor stand.
Yeah,
That's
I
an
think it's
armor stand because it's floating. Oh, so when you put it in the hand, it maybe doesn't render as an item, but it renders as its block form.
I might have put it on the head.
Do you have a spare one anywhere?
Oh.
I don't know. Oh, this is cool, guys. This is cool. Oh, I forgot about this. You can put string and prevent this from growing a flower, so you could make like giant. You can make giant carrots.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can have a flower or you cannot. Unfortunately, you can't do any of the other stages, but there it's just fun because then you can have like a giant carrot there.
What is there? Wait. Oh, you went out here. Okay.
Well, and this plant out here too is like, look at this, X, where it's like a bushy fern, you know, but it's just a bunch of different plants all
Who's
coming
got
out of the
slate?
pot via armor stand.
Yeah, it's that whole car is just designed to produce food for the herbivores of the zoo. So like everything there is just like thought of as like how do you produce food and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
And then the one car across from it's just the storage car. Just gonna quickly clean up around here real quick. We'll put that in the chest. There we are. No shulker boxes laying around.
Yay.
So this is, I don't know. Sometimes my storage areas aren't practical. I often think of my storage areas a lot like Apple products. It's more visual than functional. So that's how I design builds, and it's not the most functional, but I think it looks kind of fun and silly.
The TNT minecart here is slightly concerning.
It's better
Yeah,
all
I was
season
gonna
so
say,
far.
is that on an armor stand or is that real? Because that
No,
terrifies me
it's
too.
primed. It's primed, and then you can come
Yeah.
through here. You get to go through the dolphins and see them swim, and then that outlets into my smelter. So you get like big steam gauges and stuff like that up there.
Nice use of the
That's so
arrow.
cool.
That's
Yeah, right. I didn't.
yeah, that's
I was
really
like, this is interesting.
that really works.
Actually, this is
Yeah.
supposed to. This is supposed to be down. I don't. Sometimes these get rotated back. I don't know why.
That's really
They're supposed to be
strange.
down like that.
It's really
Hmm.
strange.
Well, that's still really cool though.
But yeah, I just have fun walking through this with the fish over your head.
Yeah, I love seeing the trees out the window too. Like the whole build is just so cool.
And guess what? It doesn't end. There's a whole other base over here.
A whole other base.
So
It's
over at
A
the
new
zoo.
fantastic scarish zoo.
So at the zoo, if you notice it, if you remember, it's using a similar color palette to the Scarlands entrance because I wanted it to be as if the same architect designed it. So, but once you go through the gates, it kind of gives way into its own thing. But I wanted to have like a little reminiscent design to it.
Did you put the googly eyes on there, or is that like Joel or somebody messing with
I didn't. That was Gem and Green. They thought that
Oh,
it
okay.
looked like a mouth, which it kind of does.
it? Does. It looks like a big angry slug.
Yeah.
Ah, looks like a
To the-
Futurama monster.
Yeah. To the right and left, there'll be eventually a gift shop and a bathroom here. And
Mhm.
then as you get further in by the fountain, there's nether dogs and hamburger hut over here. So these are obviously the courtyard or the food court for the zoo for people to come and get hamburgers and hot dogs. And eventually further in the zoo, there'll be drinks and ice cream and all that stuff.
I was here like 3 weeks ago, and this bit here was not built yet, and I saw a
No,
little bit
this-
of it earlier.
This got done yesterday.
Wow.
Do you plan on waterlogging this down here, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
That kind
Okay,
of
so this
texturing
is-
is amazing. Like,
Yeah,
That's
you know
really
what?
cool.
In the
Yeah.
video, I was like, I've been working on this for about 6 days, and I'm like, and then I really like the look of it without water. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna waterlog it, not in the episode. I want people to see the cool texturing, and then
Yeah,
it'll save
yeah.
me some sleep.
Yeah,
So-
no, I mean that's a
I
great
mean, once
start, though.
once the water's there, people will walk past it, and it will look good, but they won't know why. Like they won't even think about it.
Yeah,
It's that subtle, but like it's really powerful. And then when you notice it, you can really appreciate it. But yeah, that gives people like an opportunity to fully like take it in.
this is a zoom in over here. This is a theme park trick. So when you're in a theme park, you can often see a transition from land to land. So if you're going from a
Yes.
frontier like area to like a fantasy area, you can start seeing how the pathways start changing, and they do it fairly subtly. Then the handrails change, the landscaping changes. So the idea is like to the right you're transitioning to a tropic area, to the left you're kind of going to this old abandoned city, and then this is like the park. So the pathway just kind of gives way, and then you walk up to the tropical area. Then on the right is the very generous people from the Gamers Outreach stream who donated to, yeah, see, like you can see all the names up here. All of them are on here. And then there's 3 honorable mentions, and that's Zach, Stage, and Anthony. And then all the people who got those. And then you can look out, which is fun. This is all quite I spend a bit too much time sometimes, guys, thinking of sightlines. So
Yeah, that's okay.
when you stand here, there's areas that beckon you. So in theme park design, in the 60s they always called it like, you hang the weenie like a hot dog, and then you want to like lure the dog to you. It's weird 60s, whatever. But that's how at least they phrased it back then in those books, was like they call them weenies, and weenies are things that attract you to it. And so like when you walk up here, you see the UFO with the barn. Then as you turn here, you see the zombie area and the wharf, and so it's all thought out with just trying to encourage you to walk around and explore and stuff.
As we walk forward, though, I see B-Dubs is one of his custom pillars in the terrain. Like it looks really good.
It does.
How are you gonna like handle the edges of your theme park with what's beyond it, like B-Dubs' base?
I think I'm gonna continue the trees across.
Okay.
I think
the
I'm
really
gonna bring
big
them
redwoods.
across. Yeah, because I think the redwoods can blend in more with B-Dubs' base than a UFO.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like
You're thinking the other way around there. I was thinking about his base from yours.
I don't think that his base is a huge distraction from this.
Well, I
was
just
like,
didn't
it
want
was
him
kinda
to. I just didn't
complimentary.
want him to like have like a giant UFO in his backyard. I would love that, but I don't know if B-Dubs would love that.
I think he would. Like this is an awesome build.
So yeah, the theme of this build is the whole zoo is supposed to be a tiny bit silly and not just like a classic like squared off like zoo with a mob in a cage. So this idea here is that there's always the stereotype of a UFO abducting cows. So what do you do with Minecraft? What do you do with the boringest creatures in Minecraft? Cows, pigs, and chickens? Well, you abduct them with a UFO and you dangle them from the sky. So so that's why this is the way it's themed. I just wanted to do something different for the boringest mobs in the game.
I love how much motion there is to it too. It's like the spiral is great, but then like seeing them flying up and down, it really adds to it.
And I might have went overboard. There's a lot of detail in that barn that nobody will ever see unless I create a water stream going up there with a petting zoo inside the barn.
Ah, yeah.
There's all sorts of like stuff up there that nobody will ever notice. But yeah, that's that barn in the tropical area. So you can see the aqua area obviously doesn't have water in it, but it will go under the bridge and then continue off. And in my next episode, this whole chunk will then change. I have a vague idea what I want to do. Nothing real planned out, but that'll tie the rest of like tropical creatures, the water creatures all together. And if you cross up so Tango gave me the idea is like, it was just something simple. He said, it was like, well, don't build anything in front of the zombie exhibit. You'll block, the view. And I'm like, maybe I'll put the, aquatic area in front of it so it doesn't block it. Then have a bridge coming up here so you can look down into the zombie exhibit and see all the detail. And then once you're here, you get an up close look. So you get kind of that upper look that you get at the top of the bridge, and then you get this up close look. And I blended the street with the pathway here, so it does kind of feel like you're just one step from being a zombie.
Did we lose
How
some
do
of
you
them?
keep the zombie from dying?
I only see 2 of them at the moment.
So it turned out, Xisuma, I had magma blocks on the ground where the gas was leaking, and it killed all but 2 of them. But I went and got more heads. I got like 12 more zombie heads, so I'll just have to get more now.
Oh, if you need a helping hand, that was good fun. I'll
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I will definitely need
swing
help.
by and help out again.
But yeah, it's I don't know. I guess that's the zoo so far. Yeah, not a lot yet, but it's getting there.
Dude, it's amazing.
And so, I had a. So I guess for the zombie exhibit, people can go all the way around, not the entire thing, because it looks like this is a backstage area here, but.
Yeah, I just finished the backstage area. Actually, you can get a little peek.
Oh,
Look at that. Yeah,
really? Because I do like the ladder here with the enclosure.
There's like a little representation that, a not like just a visual representation that this is a zombie exhibit with the color on the wall, the purple and green and turquoise.
Is this a fire truck blocking the back of the exhibit? That's really cool.
I didn't know how to end it, and I'm thinking like, well, every good apocalypse city always has like an overturned fire truck or something. So.
And you decided like, I don't want to overturn it, but I will build a fire truck.
Yeah, no, I'm not that good at building, so I just put it like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it was a
really
very
cool.
last minute thing.
No, it looks great.
Are these back areas something we're going to see more of? Like,
yes.
Okay, cool. Because that's like an aspect of theme parks that you don't normally see, right?
Oh, the lights come on at night with the nighttime sensors.
Yeah. I want to do
really
a
cool.
water treatment area for the aqua area, so big like filters and stuff like that to be filtering the water for the animals. Because at my zoo and the Oregon Zoo, they have like a cool area where you can look in and see where they do all that stuff to try to make the water into like seawater. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Well, if you need help digging any of this stuff out one night or anything, feel free to hit me up, because I know you're very particular about your building, but, when it comes to just like, dig down to this Y level, let me do the grading, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, no, it's, to create the lagoon, it took maybe a couple days more than I thought it was going to take.
Yeah, because I was, like I was saying to X earlier, I'm basically kind of at the end of the big dig portion of my stuff. But I don't mind digging. That's one of the reasons I did so much this season. So I'm happy to help other hermits who need stuff.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I can't remember what stream it was in. Maybe it's the one where we got the zombies, but Tango was saying that like I should lean into how like zombie or creepers were glitched. And then I thought like, dude, doing like a Frankenstein thing for the zombie exhibit would be so fun. I think that's like my end game. Like that's like the last exhibit I'll do, because it'll require like a mountain and a mansion.
You mean like a Frankenstein castle type thing? Like from the Universal movies or something?
Yeah, something like that, where it's literally their origin story.
Well, the thing with that, it works well, is the lightning rod and like charged creeper on a table type thing.
Yeah.
Or like maybe an upright bed or something. Yeah,
there's so many mobs in the game. It's a little hard to fit them all in.
And they keep
luckily
adding
you
more.
got a lot of space. Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna have to push off. It's getting real late here.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure as always.
3-hour stream, so yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to compliment you, Scar, on this bit here, because as we were walking around, I just kept taking this path in and looking across the wheat fields and seeing the trees in the background. This is absolutely gorgeous, this spot right here.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. This is such a nice view, looking across at the trees. It's so good.
Thank you. Yeah. I struggled with those redwoods for a long time, so I'm glad they came out okay.
Dude, they are like peak Minecraft trees now. Like over the years, the community learns and new details come along and new ideas, and then you think you've seen it all, and then we have this. It's incredible.
I've been trying to make a redwood for a long time, so I'm glad they finally came out right.
Yeah, and the stumps, by the way, the stumps were good as well. Really good.
Well, I feel like it's like sometimes we forget the little details. Like stumps or the goofy looking tree or the little fella. Like,
Yeah.
there's just like little things in the forest that like sometimes I think we forget. So
I have a message in my chat as well. Hermits helping Hermits returns. I think some things, like, you know, they have their moment. We did that thing continuously for a while and then it sort of faded out. But I think like a one-off every now and then, like Scar, if you want to map out the area that needs digging, we can come together and do another big dig over here, right?
yeah, because
That could be a cool
it's
thing.
a decent size that needs to get hollowed out for the next lagoon. I just have to I don't want to spoil it too much, but something's going to be like pouring into it, so I've got to like
Ooh.
I got to get in creative and like really like figure out, okay, what's the scale going to look like? Because yeah, once I get that figured out, yeah, I will need help digging out the second part of the lagoon.
Cool.
Scale's
Well,
going to
hit
be
us
tricky
up.
on that.
Yeah, I'm down to help. Right, I do have to bounce though. It's getting quite late here.
Yeah,
this
me
is my
too.
second like almost 3-hour stream that I've done today. I don't think I've ever spent this much time streaming. It's crazy.
Zuma's cooking, boys. He's cooking. He's back.
Cook it up.
So Xisuma, I was gonna say, I don't know if you're gonna be able to join us for the tomorrow 3-hour thing, but
I might
do you mind
do.
if I plug? Okay, great.
Plug
well,
away.
hopefully people can check that on your channel, because we had a totally different list of people who were available tomorrow from today for the most part. So
Yeah, I probably won't stream it tomorrow because I plan on streaming another game. I got sent a copy of the. Do you know the channel Kutzgesagt?
no.
Okay. You should look them up. They're a big channel. They got a really distinct style. Anyway, they're making a game and they sent me a copy, and I was going to stream that tomorrow. But who knows? Maybe I'll end up streaming twice again tomorrow or something.
Yeah, well, and if you want to pop in and
Yeah,
come
I'll probably
hang
pop
out and
in
see what
because
people are up to, we'd
I'll
be
have
glad
my
to have
evening.
you.
But yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
and
cool.
so to your viewers, yeah, if you guys want to check out this stream on my channel tomorrow, if Xisuma isn't streaming, it's
There you go.
twitch.tv/Joe Hills. Hope you don't mind me doing the quick plug there.
You can always do a plug, Joe. You're more than welcome.
Thank you, X.
I'll also raid you, so they'll know where to
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Right?
Yeah, we're gonna be going for a little bit longer.
Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you soon.
Yep. All right, see you guys. Goodbye.
Bye, Scott.
All right, chat. That's like I said a moment ago. That's my second almost 3-hour stream today, which is kind of crazy. I'll get ready to raid Joe. Tomorrow I will stream sometime after like 2 or 3 o'clock. So probably kind of a similar time as to when I did the Japan stream today. And then I don't know. I might turn up in the evening and stream again, but probably not. Maybe you just want to watch that on Joe's tomorrow. Like, I think because I haven't streamed in 2 weeks or 3, well, approaching 3 weeks until today, it's like my brain's hungry for it, but you gotta pace yourself, you know. Look at that, Jevin updated the map. That's awesome. Right, I don't think there's much more to say. Yo, Pendleluff, thank you for gifting a sub to Good Times with Skull. Appreciate you doing that. To anyone who subscribed today or got gifted a sub, as I mentioned, you can ask in chat. You can become a part of our community, Discord server, and a Minecraft server to play on as well. So if it interests you, check it out. But otherwise, I'm going to go raid Joe, and that'll wrap up and conclude our stream today. And I'll be streaming again tomorrow the Starbirds game that Kutzgesagt has made, because I got sent a copy, which is pretty cool of them. Anyway, I guess that's it. Right, thank you for watching. Enjoy the raid, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.